it's like embedded on the side of her and this and that, right? Because like back at home, sometimes they mark the cows and stuff like that. I don't know if they do it in Malaysia actually.
Yeah, but you don't mark the name of the cow on the cow. The fuck?
Sometimes they do that, bro. It's crazy. But sometimes they do numbers. I'd rather the name than numbers. But
That's fucked, bro.
they just drag it on.
Imagine your mom when you were born, like I brand him and then they put Rajmi.
That's basically a tattoo. People go on.
Yeah, and then you misspell it, but now my cross out dragging on the other side.
That would be so funny.
You, if anything, it's on you. Yeah, dude. I can't believe, bro. I swear to God.
Alright, come, this. Well, you give the count.
3, 2, 1. Off. Now that we got all the insults out of the way. Welcome back. Does it even matter?
Welcome back, guys. What's up? My eyes in my eyes. The more
see, you had ample time to fix yourself before.
No, actually, it doesn't really bother me when I'm in normal day-to-day
just being your emo time. Do this and all that.
Yeah, you got to have a emo like phase at least once a year.
Once a year. Nah, bro.
It's not a phase, mom. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I never had the emo phase though.
Me neither. Like back home, I didn't really. I feel like a couple of people had, but
I think they were trying to have an emo phase.
Back at home. Like, I don't know, because I talked about it with other people before, so I was like, yeah, they go through like. I think it's also because like in school and stuff, you can't really express that emo.
It's just angsty teenagers over here. So we got angsty teenagers as well, but it's superseded by the fear of getting beat the fuck up. So like you're like, let me just. To be fair, there were a lot of kids that would still do shit. I feel like
would still do shit,
like like go against their parents and stuff like that back at home as
well. That's normal.
But they
were rebellion,
like emos. They were like gangsters.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, because for me, especially, like, if I think like emo, obviously like teens and like during school times and all that.
Yeah.
I went to public school. We can't dress up and all that, right? Like everybody wears
a uniform, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I feel like that played a big part of it.
I was about to agree with you that, like, I don't think we had the opportunity to express ourselves.
Yeah, let's think about it, right? For boys in school, usually it's like
if you
blue trousers,
and white
belt
shirt.
Optional. Yeah, white shirt.
Huh. Right? Staying back at home, but
like some schools have like black pants instead of high school will be like green pants.
In public schools back in Sri Lanka, I think it's white shorts and white shirts. And then when you go to high school, it becomes white trousers and white shirts.
See, I never wore shorts to school. I wasn't one of those shorts.
You had to wear shorts. Like it was.
No, ours was a choice. You could wear shorts or you could wear like long pants.
Like ours was like, okay, if you're not in high school, you're wearing shorts. Once you graduate to high school, then you're wearing trousers. But in like private schools, there are different colors. Ours was like a light blue.
Yeah.
And a gray short. But then when you got to high school, you started wearing gray trousers.
Gray?
Yeah, and blue, because our colors are blue and gray.
Ours usually, it's standard. Certain schools would have like variations. Like,
and we had track bottoms too for like PT. That was the only time like all the what do you call grades had the same uniform kind of. We had a PT t-shirt and a PT trouser track bottom.
Yeah. Well, ours we have like a.
You could get
PT
punished
shirt.
if you wore the PT t-shirt and trouser without having PT that day.
Yeah. Plus, you would look
was it the same back at home?
Yeah, because you would look stupid, bro. Imagine your whole class, everybody's
so
wearing.
Comfy.
It is, but
it's
like
people would love to wear that in our school. Like, we had like. They did have a leeway, like if you were sick or if you had like a real excuse, like, but it had to be a note. Then you could wear it.
Can I see your can real quick?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Your tab is facing the front of the can. My tab is not facing the front of the can.
That's so weird.
It's throwing me off. I don't like
You
it.
should show them that. That's really weird.
Tab, front of the can.
That's mine.
Tab, side of the can.
Usually, that's like the small details that are like never wrong.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's why they threw the whole Sintrunk set away. They were like, "Fuck, we fucked this up like major." Also,
it's
like
not a great flavor, by the way.
also like I like the setup. You can see ourselves.
Yeah.
The lights a bit bright, but that's fine. Oh,
Compromises that I make.
You well, it's just because you're dark. There is no other way of putting it. We're just too dark. Otherwise, we won't be what you call.
Nah, bro. It's called Black Beauty for a reason.
That's called, yeah, but to show the black beauty on the camera, we need to light ourselves up a bit. That being said, I think it's like the
light ourselves up.
Light up, sketcher.
I'll see you fire.
I know. I saw you pull the candle up, but this is a good transition to tell them that we would be revamping soon.
Yeah.
So
hopefully it's not like this, because like we have a camera there and then a light camera here and a light here.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like this is the best we can do with the area and stuff,
Yeah.
Because like for example, like Shits and Gigs, right? They have it in like a studio kind of
a small rented out area. But like that being said, we have been having quite a bit of talks recently about how to take this podcast forward. We haven't uploaded today with including this week. We haven't uploaded for 4 weeks, I think, nearly a month, which is crazy because like I just got super busy, and then I have all the files and stuff, so we really couldn't edit any of the videos and stuff like that. But and then he got hurt as well.
Yeah.
It's good now, so that's good.
I'm like 75% fixed.
Yeah. We were playing frisbee, and I knocked into him hard, and he landed on the floor. But
on the ground.
What's the difference?
I don't know. Floor usually has the inside vibe.
Honestly, ground I feel like ground,
earth, soil.
Ground's better than floor most of the time. If you fall down on a ground, it feels less hurtful than when you fall on like a floor. Because like floors are made out of either concrete or like like cement, or like if it's this one, honestly, you might be better off. Like because like it's wood, but it's not like super thick wood either. If you fell on wood, that would hurt. Wood's hella strong.
Back home, not my current place, but my older place where I grew up and everything.
Yeah.
The floors are wood.
It must be really pretty though.
It is. And it's not. I don't think it was all wood. Like the stairs was wood.
Oh, was this the apartment complex?
No, this was the house back in the state where my dad was working.
Oh, okay.
And the wood's really pretty, right? And it's like solid. Like obviously it's concrete, but the wood is not like a thin wood either. So it's not easily cracking or anything, but like it's really cool.
Yeah, this is just like wallpaper.
Yeah.
I feel like the wood they use over here.
Yeah, like certain parts where there's like a little dent, you step on it and there goes.
Gone. Anyways, I don't know why I just clocked the glove being there.
Really?
Yeah. Because the boxes are here, right? Yeah. I bought it separately. I remember now, but like, yeah. Anyways,
also looking at the thing now, it seems like I'm kind of like interviewing you, and you're through like a Zoom call or something.
Yeah.
Because of like how close you are.
So that's bro. So initially, it showed me too much. So then I had to bring it closer, but then it was too close. So I was like, I'm gonna just go the middle part. Because right now I was like this. That's why it's like super close. But I
not like before that either. Like
Yeah, because if I'm okay, anyways, if
I know one thing I just noticed as well, right?
Yeah.
The way you say initially, because I say it initially.
Initially.
I say initially, right?
Yeah.
You say initially.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's interesting. Because, like,
I don't think it's wrong, though.
it's not wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like, the inflection you put is at the I,
Yeah.
the second
Initially,
I,
yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh. Like, it's not wrong, but, like, why does it sound different to what I say? And I was like, oh, that's why.
You give up on the middle, like, kind of initially.
No, because I put the inflection more on the end, I think, initially.
Initially.
No, initially.
Which end are we talking? That's only
The
one
first
end.
one.
Yeah, there's only one end.
Yeah. I was like, bro, what do you mean?
The first one.
Yeah, the first one. The first one that you come across. Bitch.
Oh, that's funny. But no, honestly. Oh, talking about languages. We've been doing Duolingo.
Yeah, for like what? 16 days? 17 days.
17.
Now. Yeah.
Pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Pumi and I started doing Duolingo. We were like, because we have been talking for a minute about like.
We've always been talking for a minute.
Like, no, about doing Japanese,
Yeah.
like learning Japanese and Spanish. We want to learn Spanish as well. And we just finally.
Spanish is more on the side burner because we don't
jump the gun.
Use it as often.
The thing is, I feel like it might become more useful if you live in America. You know?
Yeah.
Because Spanish population is the second highest. Or is it African American? One of the two is the second highest minority. It's the second highest minority, I think. The first highest is blacks.
Is it?
Or it's switched around. Either way, they're one of the majorities, right? So, learning Spanish would be really beneficial if you're living in a country like USA or even in Europe. If you think about it, quite a bit of countries speak Spanish.
Really?
Yeah, Spain, Portugal.
Yeah, but one thing I've noticed, not exactly
there are different variations.
Yeah,
but it's still you can understand them. They just know that you're from a different country.
Yeah.
You know,
like they all have different Spanish.
Yeah. Well, why don't you say something in Japanese? Like, and I'll try to see if I can translate it.
Bro, we know pretty much the same thing.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
damn, you put me on the spot there. I can't think of shit.
Okay, I'll ask you one. Kuko desu ka?
No, kuko wa koko desu ka?
You're right. I was like, yeah, kuko wa koko desu ka?
It's the airport here.
I initially
question mark.
Like as soon as I said it, I'm like, I forgot the wa, but I'll act like let's just keep going.
Oh my god, you want to?
No, it's good though. It's good though. That means you actually know how it goes, right? Yeah. So what is it?
I said it's
the
airport here.
I was talking with that's yeah. It's the airport here. It's the airport here. So like if we get lost in like Japan and we need to get to the airport, we know how to get there at least, you know. Like right now, we haven't learned. I feel like a lot of things that would be useful for us.
I feel like we've covered a little bit of the bases, you know. If let's say we were lost, right? You could go up to somebody and then be like, "Sumimasen, kuko wa koko desu ka?" Like, "Soko desu ka?"
Soko desu ka? Yeah.
Or doko desu, and then you're like,
then it's like, where's the
airport, or is it over there?
Yeah.
And honestly, from again videos I've seen of people traveling in Japan, they are very, I don't know why I say they are.
They are. Yeah, Indian slightly Canada.
No, I feel like I don't know. I went more like not British, but like a bit more white there. They're like they are, you know.
You became pirate, if anything.
They are.
They are. The pirate speak in Facebook back in the day, that was lit.
Oh.
We talked about it, but yeah, it is.
When you could change the language.
Yeah.
You might still be able to.
You probably should. Yeah. Our matey and all that. That was
it was stupid, but yeah. The Japanese people are very like surprised and not exactly grateful. There's another word, but like they like that.
It's like it's same in China. If you can speak in Chinese, they respect you a bit more. That is a bit more
because like
they're like, oh, you don't expect us to speak English.
Because it's like you put in the effort to learn their language, you know. So even if a few words, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
because even if you speak like 10 words, they're like, oh, you're so good at Japanese.
You know, bro, you could be shit at talking, but they will be so kind and be like, "Oh, you say that so good," and shit. Like, I'm like, wow.
That's the difference between Japan and China, though. I feel like Chinese are a bit more honest. Like they're like, "Oh, you can speak Chinese," and you're like, "Oh, I speak Chinese a bit." They're like, "Yeah, it's a bit iffy, but we'll okay." Don't. I feel like you smiled because my accent came through for a second.
Oh no, I was thinking about something else. I was thinking how to say a little in Japanese, and I was like, "Pichi, pichi, pichi." I think I don't know.
Pichi, a little. I know sometimes.
That's Toki Doki.
Yeah, Toki Doki.
Remember the bird in Dragon Ball, Toki Doki?
That is so funny. I didn't even remember that dude until right now.
Yeah, what were you saying?
We didn't learn little though, did we?
No.
What confuses me is we've done the same amount of courses and you know more words than me. How did that happen?
What do you mean?
Like,
I think that's just my general, like, from anime and shit.
No. I mean, on Duolingo. I don't care if you actually know more words than me. Like, I agree that you know more words than me because, like, you were into Japanese a bit more than I was.
Yeah.
You know, but you are like 213 and I'm at 186. Where the fuck did you get 30 more words?
I honestly can't.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think it's
because
just because you kept. So here's the fun story for you guys, right? Puvi and I started with a bit more EXP than Puvi because I had been learning German, right? And I did the first course and I was like, I know everything.
I forgot about that. I was like, wow, this fucker's not catching up at all.
No, because initially I was always slightly above, and you're like, oh, this. I was always slightly above him, and he's like, oh, he's above me. Let me just get like 300 more above him, and he's like happy then, right? Because every time I pass him, he gets a notification, and then his gears start grinding because he's a competitive fellow as well. And the thing is, I'm not competing at it with him at this point, right? I'm like, it's okay, yeah, you can pass me. We'll just do the courses. I'll just do some courses to retain the memory once in a while, right? And initially, the first league, there are different leagues: the bronze, silver, gold, and it keeps on going on in ruby, I think.
Sapphire, I think.
Sapphire. It's a gem, one of the gems, and pearl actually. I think the last one's pearl.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I could be wrong, but. We were in the bronze leagues. We were easily the first places.
Yeah.
We didn't have any issue with it. And then I got promoted to silver, and he got promoted to silver.
Because we were number one.
Yeah, we weren't in the same league, so we were both first. And then
he
got promoted to a different league, leaderboard, and I was promoted to a different leaderboard, right? Because these are like separate heats. And my one initially had some competition. But then after I gapped them by like 1,000 XP, they gave up. But then his one kept like fighting with him.
Yeah.
Right? So then Puvi and we were initially equal. And then
all of a sudden I shot up.
Another reason was he was at home because I nearly broke his hand. So he had time to like do stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, I ain't gonna let no one become gold when I'm here, you know?
Yeah, no, that was still silver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Become gold. Yeah.
So
that was crazy, bro.
He kept doing it, and he was always like first, and then like he'll check, and he was second, and then at one point he just did like 3,000 XP ahead of them.
Yeah,
and they
would give up.
But then Puvi did like another 2,000 more XP.
Just
I'm like, bro, they've given up. They're not going to touch their phone again.
Because I was at like 7,000.
Yeah.
And then they were at 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, just in case they went up a bit more, let me go up a bit. And then I went to like 8 point something.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I don't think they're going to.
I was like, I know they have. They've given up. And then he went to his gold league. And I was first in mine as well, obviously, right? And I went to my gold league. My gold league had no competition.
The funny thing is, I checked the people in my leaderboard, right? The current one. There were like at least 4 people that I checked who were first in their leagues. The last time. So I was like, okay, so tough competition coming in. Right? When I first started this...
Wait. So when you started the leaderboard, you checked all your competitors?
Like, yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't checked a single competitor.
No, because I was like, am I going to have a review of what happened last time? Am I going to just be chill? Right? So I checked this
bit
one.
psychotic, but that's why you're like, let me
weed out the competition real quick. So there was this one Korean dude, I think.
Yeah.
He was 1st,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was before me, and I was like, all right, I'm a beat him, and I did. And then he beat me again, and then I beat him. This was still like in the hundreds, right?
Yeah,
so it was like fine, like easy things.
Easy.
All of a sudden, this girl came out of nowhere.
Also, she's learning German.
Yeah,
she's learning Russian.
Russian, yeah. And her name's
Kinky Little Play. No,
her
Kinky
username main thing is Plaything.
Plaything.
Yeah, and then the main one is
it has kink in it.
Yeah, Kinky Little Pet or something like
Kinky
that.
Little Pet.
Yeah,
Little Kinky Pet or Kinky Little Pet, right?
And
I'm like, I swear this is a bot, cause like it just shot up like 4,000.
Yeah, like bro, unless you were at home with like absolutely nothing to do,
which you were doing at one
I
point.
kind of was, but like, what are the odds, right?
Honestly, but what we later came to agreement was she's not a bot.
She's not a bot, but she's dedicated.
She's just there. She knows Russian as well. Like she's just here to fuck with people, right?
Yeah.
So then Pubi is in this gold league and he's killing himself.
I'm second place. As well you can say, it says Pubi.
So he's just giving her some time to feel like she's in the lead, safe. But then he's got like there are these double XP potions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Pui's just gonna start using them. So here,
yeah, because right now she's by a 2,000 lead.
And it was only 1,000 when we checked like an hour and a half ago. So she's like dedicated. She's just going through it. I feel like she just knows German, Russian. You know?
I don't know, but she's definitely climbing up slower than I was. So I don't think she's just doing the 40 XP thing. I think she's actually doing the.
Or maybe her vacation ended and now she's just doing whenever she can. You know? But either way, so I'll just show you mine.
Because there's 2 days for me to catch up.
So Puvi, show yours again, right? This is how different our ones look. So Puvi's at, if you can't read it, it's at 16,000, right?
Number one is that the girl is at 18,912.
Yeah.
I'm second place with 16,828.
And then look at mine. Right? So you can't see it, but I'm at 9,059.
And you're in first place.
I'm in first place by a massive margin. The second place is 1,240.
Bro.
No one's catching up with me. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to catch up with him. I'm just letting him go, like, do his thing. Because, like, first of all, I'm at work, right? So I'm kind of impressed that, like, in the morning, I can just see him after he parks. He's just doing, like, 3-4 episode, lessons to, like, keep his grind up. But I'm just doing it because I want to, like, get to 10,000 XP in every leaderboard, at least.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's just my target. So, like, which is why I'm doing it. So, like, my second place and third place are probably like, what the fuck is this guy on?
Right. My third place is 2,000, bro. I'm 16. There's no fucking way you're catching up in 2 days.
Honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy. But
fourth place is 859.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That's funny. My fourth place is higher than your fourth place. 899. So if I wasn't here, this leaderboard would make sense. 1,240, 1,079, 899, right? 200s. And then there's me, 9,059. And then Puvi's is 859, 2,000, 16,000.
Yeah.
18,000.
Honestly, I feel like if I didn't climb, she wouldn't have climbed so hard.
We forgot to tell the best part. So, day before yesterday, not day before, yesterday, Puvi's like, bro, she followed me on Duolingo. And I'm like, oh, she's respecting you. He's like, no.
I'm pretty sure she followed me just so she can get a notification when I pass her.
Which makes sense, right? But these are psychopathic tendencies that these two people have that I'm not even thinking of.
But I'm not following her because I'm not giving her the respect. She's getting nothing from me.
That's kind of psychopathic too. You're like, no,
I'm not following you to find out. I'm gonna check the app to find out.
Yeah, like you're not worth my time.
Yeah.
I'll beat you anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you came in clutch at the last minute with the auction thing on your game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same shit with
that. That shit was hilarious. So I played this game called it's for Demon Slayer, right?
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
And Kimetsu no Yaiba, Kimetsu. right? And I'm in like the top 100 of the world, right? But I'm really weak compared to the top 15 of the world. But I'm in the strongest guild, one of the strongest guilds.
Yeah.
So there are these things called auctions where you can get weapons and shit. And what I do is I put a bid usually, but then someone would raise the bid. And then I'm like, okay, bet. If they do that, that's only when I do that, right?
Yeah.
I'll wait until it's like 5 seconds before the bid closes, because it's open for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And then 3 seconds before the bid closes, I put my bid in so that they can't, like get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the item 10 times out of 10 so far. But it's a really fun game as well. It's nice to be in the top 100. I feel like you don't gain anything, but it's like that bragging rights, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's bragging rights. But yeah, that's about it actually. We've had like a crazy few crazy weekends, right? We went to Cincinnati and then Pui's hang off fuck. Also, Amma's, I would put it third place. I've been thinking about it.
Third place?
Yeah.
What second? That buffet place with the biryani?
Because I really enjoyed Amma's food, but it's a bit whiteified.
No.
Yeah. Like it could have had more flavor.
I kind of agree with that.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That
it didn't hit as hard as I thought, but
you're happy because you're getting like the flavors that you haven't had in a while.
because like good South Indian food.
Yeah.
Like the flavor food is flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
The other stuff that could have been a bit spicier.
Like, the idli was
I'm
good.
drooling thinking about it. Yeah.
The idli was good, right? And there was this Manchurian curry or something like that. I can't remember. It was like a cauliflower dish.
The Manchurian thing just reminded me of that video.
What?
It's a voice recording that people have made like memes about.
Okay.
But this one dude's like, "Hello, sir, you've eaten at our restaurant.
Yeah.
So how did you?" I go, "Oh yeah, the food was great. So
chicken.
So I've seen you had the chicken Manchurian, sir. So how was it?
Chicken?
And then chicken? No. I'm full vegetarian.
Yeah.
It was gobi Manchurian. No, sir, you have eaten chicken. So how was it? And then it's like, hello, I ate gobi Manchurian. How would you say I eat chicken if I didn't? They're like, no, sir, ours is a full non-vegetarian hotel. Then how would you tell, sir, you have ordered chicken, sir, now you have eaten it, just
tell us the review. Like, it's so funny. I love that thing, bro. Like, it's like, there was this other one, like, there's a Sri Lankan version of that. It's an actual prank call. Like, I don't know whether they do it here. They probably do. Okay. Radios prank call people.
Bro, right? Yeah.
That shit, sometimes it's just cringy. Sometimes
they go for the wrong people.
Honestly, bro. That happens too, The funniest prank call I have seen is the John Cena one, though. Have you seen that?
John Cena did? No.
Yeah, it's basically that. Like, like this lady, right?
Yeah.
They're like, do you support the veterans? And she's like, oh yeah, I do support the veterans, this and that. Mm-hmm. Oh, then you should be ready for and like it's like a promotion for
I can't, bro. Really?
John Cena, like this show, like event that's happening for the veterans, right? She's like, don't ever call me again, and she hangs up, right? And then they call her again. Mm-hmm. She picks up like mad. She's like, I told you I'm not a fucking call me. And they're like, oh, sorry, madam, you're from this clinic. And they're like, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, this and that. And they're like, but can you see? And then she's like, can I see what? Can you see me from doctor to the turn? It's so good. Like, they call her like 5 times. If you were in the receiving end of this, so annoying, so bad. But from seeing from the spectator side,
my God,
kind of harmless,
Yeah.
But just annoying the fuck out of a person.
Ours was the radio I listened to, at least, right, back home.
Yeah.
They would call people like in the morning and shit. And I'm like, bro, you messing people. Back then, as a kid, didn't understand much.
You love it, huh?
Now somebody calls me in the morning, bro, I'm going off on this fucking, I'm barely talking to you, and you're beside me. I'm granting answers to your questions.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you want this? He's driving.
And I swear to God, man offers me the randomest shit in the
Yeah,
morning.
I'm like protein bars, and then
Like,
he
always
takes a
this
bite. I'm
talking
like,
shit. I swear to God,
it's kind of chunky, but the flavor is good, right? It's
I can't.
hey,
Bro.
some of it is good though. Like today, the
It was aight. It was aight
the
at
crumbled, the one that crumbled in my hands.
best. Yeah, it was.
The
aight.
flavor was really good. You can't say the flavor is not good. Like there are only like 3 protein bars that
I've
I
had
know
better.
that aren't chunky, like chalky, not
Yeah,
chunky.
I was like, no, not chunky, chalky.
But yeah, so there was this call in Sri Lanka, right? They called. They're like, "Hey, I heard you have my cow. Can I have it back? Thank you, this and that." They're like, "Cow? What do you mean cow? Her name's Rosie. You know you took her. Like it's like embedded on the side of her and this and that, right? Because like back at home, sometimes they mark the cows and stuff like that. I don't know if they do it in Malaysia actually.
Yeah, but you don't mark the name of the cow on the cow. The fuck?
Sometimes they do that, bro. It's crazy. But sometimes they do numbers. I'd rather the name than numbers, you know. But
That's fucked, bro.
they just dragging off.
Imagine
like,
your mom when you were born, like I brand him and then they put Rashmi.
That's basically a tattoo. People go.
Yeah, and then you misspell it. But oh, and then my cross out dragon on the
that
other
would
side.
be so funny. One of my friends. I guess I should call him an acquaintance now.
Wow.
But it's because we haven't talked in so long. And when I say so long, since high school finished, right?
So if I move to a different state tomorrow and like we didn't talk for like 2 months,
no,
am I
but
an acquaintance at
the difference is I was friends with him in school. I've never gone to his house. I never hung out outside school with him and stuff like that. You know, so like he was a friend.
Okay.
Right, but then slowly, like.
So follow-up question to that though, right? How far are you willing to come and see me if I move to a different state?
If I have different state, as long as it's not Alaska. I would come to Alaska too, but like the trips should be like once or twice a year.
Wow.
You know, because like
no, that's all I need to know. It's fine. Carry on.
I literally come to see you.
It's fine.
Same question to you. Say I was in Hawaii. How often would you come to see me?
How far is it?
I said I was in Hawaii.
I don't know how far is it to Hawaii.
You're here. You're in Hawaii.
I still don't know the distance.
Hawaii is not connected to the mainland. Well, you can't drive there.
I know.
Yeah.
But how far though?
The plane ticket's like $200, I think.
I would drive as close as possible to Hawaii, and then, but depending on the timing, I would try to come at least once every 2 months or something.
Once every 2 months, I think it would be a waste of money. You know, like I don't value myself that much. I'm like, no, bro, save your money. Once every 3 months, I think would be better because then it's like evenly, like 4 months a year, 4 months a year, 4 times a year. You know, I actually, now that I think about it, 6 months, seeing a person every 6 months is a long time. So probably once every 3 months, like 4 times, probably would be what I would do. Because like, then again, I haven't seen like some of my friends in like 4 years, 4 or 5 years, you know, like people I consider like best friends. Really,
but now
really
you're going home to see them.
No, they're not there.
Oh.
Once in UK, I think he proposed.
To you?
Shit.
Oh,
and once in Australia. We haven't met each other in a while. Remember, I was in not Ollie's. What's the other one that we go to?
Big Lots.
No, not that. The one that we randomly found.
Where you been?
No,
Black Friday place.
No. It's like Ollie's and
Bargain Hunt.
Bargain Hunt.
Yeah.
So in Bargain Hunt, I got a call. I was talking for a while when I got the robotic vacuum.
Yeah, your friend.
Or something. Friend, like he was there as well. I ended up talking to the friend's parents as well because we are that close, right? But yeah, I haven't seen them in a while. But anyways, back to the main story. This dude comes one day with a cross on his hand like this, right?
Yeah.
A black cross. I'm like, damn, bro, why did you get a cross? Like, why did you draw across with a pen. And he's like, no, bro, I tattooed it. And we're like, what? Because illegal in school, by the way. Tattoos and shit like that.
Yeah.
He tattooed it with a pen.
No.
Yeah. And it was one of the worst tattoos I've seen. Right? So
was he Christian?
He had converted Christian.
Okay.
Right? His mom was Christian, dad was Buddhist or something like that, or the other way around. And he had switched from one religion to the other, right?
Yeah.
But here's the kicker. He was terrified that
nothing came up.
He was terrified afterwards that his dad would fuck him up.
Yeah.
So guess what he did?
He scratched it out.
He tried to scratch it out. It didn't work.
He cut it out.
No.
He peeled it out.
No.
He drew something else. He wrote his name.
Okay, you're not going to guess it.
What?
He took an iron. Bro, he took an iron or like he took a really hot pot. I can't remember which one. And he burnt that area. You know? And we're like, so you're telling me, you went through all that to just burn yourself to try to get rid of it. You know? So like it bubbled up, bro. That area bubbled up. Because like I guess ink bubbles up as well, like the penning in heat, right? So like his skin kind of bubbled up as well. You know? And we were like, what the fuck are you doing? And it technically worked. The cross like kind of got fucked off, right? But that was his big ass mark there afterwards. And we were like, bro, you are
crazy, bro.
You just crazy.
Have you seen people with like burns bad enough that like there's like a bag of like liquid?
Yeah. The lymphatic fluids or something like that, right? I don't know. Like, anyways, let's move out of these topics and get to the main topics, right?
Yeah.
Like we talk randomly enough.
I forgot to turn off the fan.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. We can remove it in post edit.
What?
I said we can remove it in edit.
Oh, you should have told me that before I got up. Because now they just saw me get up for nothing, and they probably saw my pants. Hopefully, it didn't go down.
That in edit too, if you want.
Just put a black bar.
Yeah, just cover you here. But yeah, it is. So why don't you start? We're only going to do 2 topics.
Yeah. I think from now on that's kind of going to
it's one of the additions of the revamp, but it's going to be a much better show overall. I feel like we're going to make it a much better show overall. So why don't you?
If it's going to be a much better show, one of us has to go. And I'm sorry, Rashmi.
I like that you wanted to rhyme it, but
I didn't even think about the rhyme, but I was just like, no, bro, I'm taking over. Like, Rashmi.
I don't know, one man show. I don't think it will carry the same conversationally wise.
Bro, I'll be there too. I'll in post. I'll put myself.
Yeah. So what do you think? Yeah, bro, that's good. So anyways,
bro, put down your phone and talk, bro. I can't, bro. Like important. I need to draw the script. I fine. I guess.
Alright. Anyways, honestly, before we start that, I think the Professor podcast was one of our best podcasts that we did. Because we did it in the car as well.
Yeah.
It was
bro, I swear to God, like listening to it, it's very obvious that it's me.
No,
right?
not really.
Because even Jackie said that.
No, I think it's because like they kind of know we didn't have it. I was kind of in like a giggly mood in the beginning as well, you know. So
bro, I was trying so hard to keep my composure there, and then at the end, I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. Also, I think I told you like I was thinking of starting like a book reading or whatever
book
YouTube
club?
channel, right?
Yeah, Audible. Yeah.
Not kind of, but just on
not sponsored by Audible yet.
Yeah. So I was thinking instead of showing my face and all that, right?
Yeah.
I want to have like a mascot kind of, or like a character.
So like an AI?
No, I was thinking of using like a stuffed animal. Okay.
Ali?
No, I thought about Ali, and I was like, Ali doesn't fit the vibe I'm going for.
Yeah, he's more roadman. If he's reading a book, it would be like Give me a book.
Curious George.
No, not Curious George. Like his accent and shit. I mean, like you want to shank man. Like you get what I mean?
Ali does not give me roadman vibes,
He's
bro.
straight up roadman vibes.
I don't know. He doesn't give me roadman vibes. Honestly, he gives me vibes a little bit.
No, you are a bit of a roadman. I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, I'll take that.
You have roadman personality, like psychotic tendencies. I feel like sometimes. So.
Okay.
Let's get into the news.
I haven't finished.
Oh, yes.
Nah, bro.
No, actually, tell me. What mascot were you gonna use?
I was gonna use a teddy bear.
What kind of teddy bear? Like, what kind of vibes do you want your teddy bear? Your mascot
I want to give it like a old teacher kind of vibe,
so or like an owl.
No, like a storyteller thing, you know.
And owl is what's coming.
Yeah,
too.
but I had this idea of like I had this idea of like not those big teddy bears, right? Like the smaller ones. And I want to get glasses.
You know what? You have glasses, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's gonna be Professor
You know
Teddy.
what it should be? It should be Squish over there. That should be the best guy. Just big ass glasses in front of him.
No, I put tiny glasses on and zoom in.
Yeah, that would be cute as fuck.
Yeah,
and he's reading a tiny book, but it's not supposed.
So it's gonna take a bit of effort, right? But what I thought was I can have the teddy bear on the couch or something, and then with glasses, and then holding the book, right? And the shot's gonna be off the teddy bear holding the book, but then I'm gonna go to the library and get like a children's book, right? And then I'm gonna pick a random one. Bro, I swear to God, for 1 second, your eyes seem like you're pointing up and down. Because your eyelids.
Yeah, because.
Like, you see the thing later and you'll know what I'm talking about.
I know, I believe you. I can see myself there. I also, one of my eyes close a bit more than the other eye when I'm like this. So it looks a bit weird sometimes if you look directly at my eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to pick a kid's book, right? And then I'm going to rewrite the story based on the title.
Keep going. I'm interested.
Okay. I was waiting for it. Sorry.
It's interesting. That's why I was saying silent.
So I'm gonna get the book, rewrite it according to the title, right? So imagine it says Kid and the Porcupine, then fuck the story that's in that, right? I'm gonna rewrite one based on just the title alone.
Bro, now you know what you should do?
What?
You start reading it and you're like, nah, this ain't
it.
This ain't it. Yeah, this is you start writing. It should have like a grab of you just writing something and you're like, okay, let's try this again. And you start reading it and it's that.
Yeah.
That would be so sick.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't want to give any other authors or anything credit, right? Because I don't want to be like, oh, it's your thing that I'm just reading.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to, it can be a shot of you covering the author's name and the name of the book, and then be like, nah, I don't feel this. Let me do this my own way. You know, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you can give credit to the authors too, unless you want to take all the credit
No,
yourself.
I want to write my own thing, right?
Yeah,
so that's why. So.
You know what would be cool then? You read the title of the name of the book. I'm not trying to tell you to
go for it.
But read the name of the title. Read the title of the book. What the fuck is going on there? Read the title of the book, and then, without even knowing what the book is about, don't read the blurb, don't read anything. Write your story, like a short story for the book, and then compare your short story to the book's short story. Like have someone compare your short story to the book, and ask them which one's better.
I see.
Preferably people from the library because they know.
Yeah, I was thinking about people from the library itself.
Yeah, you get what
probably for different reasons.
Different reasons. But you get what I mean, right? Because they know books. So.
Yeah, but I was gonna like have the teddy bear just hold the book, right? And then it's not gonna be a video of just the teddy bear the whole time, but it's gonna be a YouTube video, right? So it'll be.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be TikTok. But continue.
No.
Same
difference, video is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna try to make like digital art of the cover,
Mhm.
make it seem like there is a children's book like this, and then design the pages and shit, and then I can flip the pages and have that sound effect come through.
Got
So
you.
it'll be like the teddy bear is reading the
Yeah,
book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you mean. That's pretty cool. I've been thinking of doing like foot. I've told you this for a while.
We should do it, but the thing is,
There
I'm
are
kind of awkward when it comes to
No, that's fine. The thing is, you're very detailed.
Yeah, but that aside, right?
Yeah.
My social anxiety sometimes gets really bad. When I went for that cookbook thing the other day,
Yeah,
one of the worst things I've done in my life.
Really? I think you would have been better if I was there.
Probably.
Yeah.
It went from okay to bad to worse.
The thing to me is, I'm like, well, there are other reasons to that as well. I feel like for you with the library, right?
No. I wasn't really expecting anybody else to be there or whatever.
Okay, but
then I don't know what I thought about it going into it, right?
What exactly happened in the cookbook day?
So
not the you didn't talk. We know that part, but what did they do?
So
the other 8
what they posted in the thing was that they're gonna make the food, bring the food, and then
make it there.
No, sorry. They were gonna
bring the food they made.
Yes.
And talk about it there.
A little bit, but like you eat the food and then you grab the books for next month. Okay? So I thought since this is the first time they've had it, they're not gonna have food. They're just gonna grab the books, talk about what they're gonna make or something, and then dissipate. Like meet again in 3 weeks.
Oh, so I think what shot your anxiety up is that you didn't bring any food there as well.
It kind of, but that wasn't really it either because I had eaten before I went to the library, right? Yeah. I ate, I took a nap, and then I went to the library.
Did you eat the food that I gave you before you went?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, he's gonna be not hungry after eating the food from the library to eat the shit I gave you.
I didn't even think about the food because again, the last time they had this was pre-COVID times, so they haven't done it since 2020. This is the first one, so I was like, oh, there's no precedent there, right? So it's gonna be the first thing. Yeah, I went there. There were 4 people. No, there were 3 people in there. 2 older ladies and 1 librarian. Yeah. Okay. And I walked in. I was like, I was trying to play it cool, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be, coming to the cookbook club and all that, trying new things. All right. Went in, and then the librarian said, "Oh, you here for the cookbook club?" I said, "Yeah." So it was all right. Can have a seat. Once everybody's here, we can, have
share the food.
Yeah, share the food. And then we'll pick the book. And I'll say, "Oh, yeah,
no,
great."
See, that's where I definitely went haywire for you because
it was no, I wasn't panicked or anything. Then I was like, "Yeah, I'll chill," and then we'll see what happens, right? So I just sat down and I was waiting, and it was awkward because just them, the 2 older ladies, and this librarian, and then this mom and daughter came in. Okay, so I was all right. More people coming in. They brought food, they put it there, and then they sat. And then this dad and his daughter came in. Yeah. They brought the food they made, put it on the table, and sat. I'm sitting at the edge of the table here. Yeah. Dad sat here, the daughter sat here, the girl and the mom sat there, and then one space next to me, the librarian, one space next to her, the one first older lady, and then second older lady there. Gotcha. Okay. And then at the end, right before we started, another lady came in and she put the food on the table, and then she sat next to me. Aside from yes, in the beginning that I said to the librarian, so far I haven't said a word to anybody.
So you didn't say hey or nothing?
Nothing. I didn't.
But you smiled at them.
Not really. I was in my own world. I was like phone, and I was just looking around. Okay. They were still talking. The librarian was talking to the ladies and the people who were coming in. They were all kind of talking bits and pieces here and there. I still have not said a word. Okay.
But being in a library, it's not a bad thing either. Though.
See, they weren't. It's not in the library. It's the
outside.
It's the room. On the bottom floor. That where they have that, right? So it's
in the library. What I'm saying is being an introvert in a place like that
should have been helpful.
It's not a weird thing either. Like
Yeah.
that's why I don't think anyone like judged you or anything there.
But like the vibes weren't it, right?
Okay.
Because like it would get not lively. It would get, people start talking. It'll get loud a little bit, and then it'll quiet down.
Mhm.
Okay, and then they're like, all right, I don't think anybody else is coming, so let's go and eat. And I was like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna go first. If anything, I'm one of the closest people to the table.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna just chill. The cart of books for the following
Week.
club, the 3 months is on the back there.
3 weeks.
So I was like, third Wednesday of every month. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go there. Just play it cool while they take the food. I'm not gonna be last either, so I'll cut through at some point, right?
You're like, you're about to take a book, you see everyone else coming, you're like, let's go.
So I was flipping through the books. I was like, all right. Another reason I was like, you know what, I don't think this is gonna be it, was I kind of mistook the thing where I thought every month was gonna be 5 ingredients or less.
Oh, got you.
Okay, 5 ingredients or less was the last theme.
Got you. What was the next thing?
Tailgate food.
That's easy though. Hot dogs, chips. That's tailgate food.
Yeah, but like it's not something I was interested in.
Got
You know, like, and I was looking at the recipes there, right? Because you got to make it from the thing. Nothing really caught my eye, and there were like a fuck ton of ingredients for like one thing. One like jambalaya. Honestly, the one thing that actually caught my eye.
Jambalaya is it's a complex. It's a bit not complex. It's a
if anything, that was one that spoke out to me most, but mostly probably because I like curry and shit like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of ingredients.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot in that one, right? Like I could see myself doing it. Cool. The others I flipped through was like, okay. So I was looking through some of the books, and then I picked one, put it on the table, and then I went and got food. Right? They had a few things like buffalo chicken dip. There was the librarian made like
chicken dip is low-key fire.
It is, right? The librarian made that, and then she made this chocolate chip dip. Right? It's a dessert dip, and it was made with like chocolate chips, marshmallow fluff, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right? It tasted pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady next to me, I think she I forgot what exactly she made. But the mom and the daughter, they had made I think it was cilantro lime rice or something.
Oh, that's fire though. Was it bad at it though? So it was not a good cilantro.
It was the one thing that I was actually kind of expecting,
to be good, right?
Yeah. See, because the thing was the kids. This is the other thing why it was bad, right? Before we went and got the food, they were like, "So we'll just talk about what we brought." Started with the librarian, okay? She was like, "Oh, I made this," and then the lady next to me, she said what she made. I was like, "Oh fuck, what do I contribute?" She finished, looked at me.
Yeah, I would have just been like, "I'm so sorry, guys. I did not know this is."
I thought about saying something like that, right?
Yeah.
But she looked at me. I didn't look at her. I looked down. So,
man, she's like, "What do you have?"
I like do not. I'm like this, and then I was just like, I was just in my.
Bro, that's no, that's bad.
Right?
Okay.
No, because I was like, I was collecting my thoughts.
You were good at.
I was collecting my thoughts. I was preparing myself to say, "I'm sorry, I didn't bring anything because it's my first time." Okay?
Went too quick though.
But before I could say anything, the dad, understanding that I didn't bring anything, he and the kids started saying what they made. I was like, okay, I'm in the clear. Alright? Still haven't said a word.
Imagine you start having panic attacks.
I was like, food. Now they're gonna talk about what they brought. I didn't bring shit. In their eyes, I just came to eat.
Yeah.
Okay? pretty much, right? So the dad and the kids doing the talking. He's like, yeah, we made this. And the dad is like, oh, I let her do the thing, the food kind of thing. So I was like, okay, cool. And then the kid, the mom and the daughter, she was like, so I looked through the recipe last time, but I couldn't find anything good. So I think it was Indian food or something that she got, right? So she apparently, her mom's friend's friend gave them a recipe for the rice, and she made that, right? And then the other two ladies talked, and then everybody was done, and then went and got food. Okay, the girl had made the rice, put too much water. Obviously, not a rice cooker. Too much water. The rice is all like mashed up, like one.
That's kind of unlucky, though.
Right?
That's not like
no taste.
Really? So
no taste. It was yellow.
Even with cilantro?
Yeah, I don't think it might not. I think it was lemon or lime. I'm pretty sure she said cilantro, but it was like barely any
lime.
taste.
Yeah, sure. Even with lime?
Barely any taste.
It
tasted like wet rice, which pretty much what it was. Okay, I was low-key disappointed. Like I was disappointed at her, but I was like, you know what? It's fine. The kid made the food, right? And then that was like, I think the dad made a strawberry salsa, which was pretty decent. And then he had made a not brisket, but like some pork dish. And then somebody else had made another pork dish. So all I ate was the buffalo chicken dip with some chips, and then the chocolate chip thing, and the strawberry salsa. And a bit of the rice,
basically.
And a bit of the rice, yeah. And everybody was like, "Oh, your food was really good." And I was like, again, I was like, okay, should I tell the girl that your rice is pretty good and all that?
No, I won't lie. The thing is, I won't be. If I didn't like the rice, I would be like, thanks for the rice, because that's not me.
Yeah, but I wanted to be nice and encouraging, right? I wanted to be like, oh, you did it good, okay? Because for them, it was probably great.
No, but if you want to be encouraging, I would be like, next time put a bit more salt. It would make the dish a lot better.
Yeah, I know, but like, I didn't know how people would take to stuff like that. So I was just gonna be like, oh, good job, because then at least next time she'll have the initiative to like try again, right? To try different things.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fine. But again, I didn't say anything, right? So after we were all done eating, everybody was just sitting, looking at the cookbooks that they picked, and then they were, and they were just like, "Oh, this looks good. Oh, this looks good," and like they're like, "Oh, maybe I'll make this. Maybe I'll make that." I was once again silent, just flipping through the books. The book, I was like, "Yeah." I was looking at this. I was looking at that. At some point, lady next to me turns, "You're awfully quiet." I was like, "Oh shit!" She called me out, right?
You go no hablo English. Imagine.
Worse.
You just smile at her, snicker.
I was like, yeah.
I'm not surprised. I
Here's the thing. I didn't even fully look at her. I looked up first and put
the thing is, that would reinforce the fact that you're like introverted.
Bro, the dad was looking at me. I don't know who else said, but she said it kind of softly, like, "Oh, you're awfully quiet." But they were both looking at me. I didn't say shit. I was like, "Yeah." It seemed like I was gonna say something, and then I just went back to the book.
It's alright,
bro. I was dying to get out of there.
Now imagine that person walked in. What would you have done if she was in the room? Man, that's a panic attack.
Honestly,
I think you would have switched up a bit.
I probably might have, right? Try to talk a bit more, or whatever. Yeah. Or I probably would have complimented her on her food.
She's like, "I love beef." She's like, "I love beef too."
Yeah, I like it so much. I don't eat it. It's a treat for me.
She's like, "I really want you to have the hamburger or something." You're like,
I will. But like, I gotta go home, and I gotta prepare myself to have like this once. I have to tell my trainer, my cheat day, and all that. Some bullshit,
bro. But Imagine you say that, and she's like, trainer, and just looks up and down. And
I'm like, no, my motivational trainer is
but at that point, you're just like, I'm going.
No, I'm like,
Anyways.
But I was talking to Minji about this,
Mhm.
right? She's like, oh, did you talk to her? I was like, no, I didn't go there to see her. And I was like, you know what, low-key glad I did, because I sent the video, right? I was like, wasn't
Mhm.
talking or anything. And I was like, I'm low-key glad she wasn't there, because I feel like I would have kept looking at her and gave away that I liked her.
Straight up, though.
I 100% would have done it, bro. Knowing
Straight up.
myself.
Oh, no, you would. It would be funny because you would be looking at the book whenever she looks at you, but when she stops looking at you, just like, after she looks at you, it's like,
In camera.
cheers.
Nah, bro. Fuck you.
I thought you were showing the camera.
I was like, cheers in the view of the camera.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, anyways, now that we got all that out of the way,
I'm still dying over that.
don't worry about it. That was the start, though.
Best part. As soon as they started leaving, I
ran.
No. I was like, oh, okay, and then I threw my trash and everything. Went back to the cart, put my book in, came up.
What?
I didn't even get a book. I put the book back on the cart and I walked out.
That's funny.
Until the end, I didn't say anything except from yeah and yes in the beginning.
So basically,
I said 2 words and ate and left.
You said hi.
No, I didn't even say hi.
No, hi. As in like, yes in Japanese.
Oh, imagine. See.
No habla English though.
Yeah. And then
someone does something stupid to you, what the fuck are you doing? After saying no.
And then I didn't see her car there, so I was like, you know what? I don't think she's there.
Mm-hmm.
But let me go up anyways. And then I went upstairs. She wasn't there. I walked around, came back out. And then I went down, walked out so fast, like, hope nobody saw me.
No, you're good.
Bro, as soon as I left, my anxiety was slowly going down. Okay,
it's like a weight lifted off your shoulders.
It was so bad.
Alright.
It was bad, bro.
You did good. You need to just keep on doing stuff like that. That's how I get rid of my like anxiety and stuff. If I'm in a situation where I feel awkward, I'm just like, I'll look at a person, right? And I just say something. I'm like, it's awfully hot in here, isn't it? You know, like
they're like, no, it's actually chilly.
I'm like, oh shit, I guess I'm just wearing a hoodie or something.
You're like, yeah, it's a bit chilly, isn't it?
I guess I cuss more than
the average
most
person.
people. It's just because it's easy to keep a flow with it. You get what I mean?
Yeah, kinda.
And like, when I don't need to cuss, I won't cuss. For example, like when I give the best man speech, I was joking saying, bro, I was like, I nearly cussed, but like a cuss word didn't even come to my mouth.
Yeah.
You know, if I said shit, I would have said it just because it's not like I don't consider it a cuss word. But other than that, like, so it's just easier for me to have a flow without worrying about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, but I guess that helps with my anxiety too, which is why whenever a person is like clean, like doesn't swear or anything like that, and if it feels like they're doing that on purpose, like, and it's not like, oh, I'm just actually an innocent person, I don't cuss ever, then I'm like,
what are you hiding?
How psychotic are you to be able to keep this charade up for so long?
Yeah.
Charade up for so long. You know, like what are you hiding?
Yeah.
Basically, at the end of the day, is what it
charade works too.
I
think it's
I'm not sure.
British?
I'm not sure. I think
Because
it's charade though.
There's also homage, but then people say homage.
Oh, that was this funny one recently.
Facade.
That was this funny one recently. I can't remember my.
Omoshiroi.
Omoshiroi is funny.
Yeah. It's also interesting.
Omoshiroi. Anyways. We're way past the time that we should have started our topics. So let's get into topics. Why don't you give me your first topic?
Eviction.
Well, first topic, eviction. I think
Yeah.
that's too short of a topic. Give me something a bit more to work on. Because I know several eviction stories that came out recently.
Unexpected evictions.
I don't think any eviction is expected.
I mean, some people do. You're like,
I'm
I didn't
actually
pay.
lost. I don't know what this is. Like, are people being kicked out by their landlords without being told?
Kind of. Like they're being told, but it's coming at a time where it shouldn't come. That's what she said. I don't know why I said that, but it's fine.
But okay, so what is it?
You ready?
Yeah, sure.
So I was on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I saw this one video of this dude is like, all right, y'all need to debunk me, right? Because there's no way this is real. So you know the fire in Hawaii, Maui.
Yeah.
So
no,
the people who lost the homes and everything,
yeah,
they unlucky, right? Like fire caused and wildfire spread and took out a lot of people, houses, and all that.
Did you know that some idiots? One person called it a Jewish Margaret Robbie. I think not Margaret Robbie. Stupid. That's not her.
Yeah.
Not Margaret Robbie. It's a lady who is in politics. Really stupid. I can't remember her name. She said it's a Jewish space laser that started these in Maui, right? And then some other.
Was that the Fox News lady? Could have been.
She's always on Fox News. But then there were other conservatives who say, "Oh no, that's really stupid. It's not them. It's the Chinese space lasers." And I'm like, motherfucker! Not every single thing has to be China doing stuff.
Also, why the fuck is it coming from space?
Like space lasers, they can talk. There are space lasers,
but like, bro,
no,
what? Like, it's like Darth Vader shit up there. Darth Vader with like Doofenshmirtz.
Bro, if China, y'all are so scared
China
of
would have taken you out if they had a
Yeah,
space
y'all
laser.
are so scared of China for no reason. There is a word called xenophobia.
It's not even scared. It's more like a hatred kind of thing.
Yeah, but that hatred is because they're like, oh, China can do shit to us. Because you can hate me, but if I can't hurt you, you're not going to be worrying about it. You get what I mean?
It's more of like a, oh, those fuckers kind of thing,
Yeah, but it's like, oh, those fuckers, they can't even hurt us. So that's how they're with North Korea and shit. Like the North Korea was like, oh, we're going to bomb you guys. And they were like, yeah, sure, you try bomb us,
Yeah.
That's literally how they were, right? But China didn't even say shit. And they're like, China space lasers. And then that random woman, Jewish space lasers. Why? What would...
Next Arab. Yalla habibi, target them.
Bro, Arabs. They might just do it for the fun of it. They're like, we just want to see what happens.
Yes. You forgot the Pepsi.
Alright, continue.
Okay, so the people... so fucked up. The people who lost their homes, devastated, right?
Yeah.
The people who didn't lose their homes went home and were served with eviction notice.
By whom?
The landlords.
Why?
Because that land now
is much more valuable.
It's not much more valuable. Like, well, it's valuable grounds, right? Like the land. But now that it's like partially destroyed and stuff, developers are offering to buy up the land for much cheaper than what it's going for, than what they can actually get. So now the landlords are trying to kick people out so that they can sell the land.
That's so stupid.
And apparently it was signed by from the governor.
No, there's a lot of backlash going. That won't go through though. There's a lot of backlash going about like how people are scared that like other non-Hawaiians will come and try to take more land now, right? And rightfully so, because like there's only so much land in Hawaii, right? It's an island. So islands.
Yeah.
So losing even a bit of land to other people is just scary. It's a scary situation, So
Kind of like Sri Lanka and India.
We didn't land. If anything, we're losing land to China, not even India.
Yeah, but that's your own fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what. Yeah, I don't think we're losing any land to India.
No, the fight, and then they're like, "Oh no, you're part of us. We'll take you."
No. That didn't happen. That was a different thing. You got
that's
slightly confused.
Kashmir, I think.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about
That,
India, Pakistan.
yeah. I was like, buddy.
But I was like, you know what, y'all should just join.
No. You sounded real Indian right now. Catching strays for what? No reason.
I was just super gross on camera.
I was like, missed it completely.
Yeah, and then no,
I didn't miss
karma.
No, I'm too good. I tried to miss. I just went in. That's what he said. How much he said?
Hey, 2023.
Fair.
They can both say it.
Alright. Anyways, that's not much to talk about this because, like, ethically wrong, morally wrong. Sure, landlords own the land, but like, I don't think landlords who are actually Hawaiian would do that either. You get what I mean? A lot of land in Hawaii already is owned by people who are not from Hawaii.
Yeah.
So those motherfuckers might do that.
Could be.
But there would be so much uproar that it won't happen. Because like right now, it's the worst wildfire ever in USA that's happened.
Is it?
Yeah. The most dangerous wildfire. Like the California wildfire spread the most, but like this one killed the most people within the past 100 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So like they're already in such a vulnerable state that I don't think they would do anything
Here's the thing though, it's so bad that people from Hawaii, like celebrities and stuff, are telling don't go.
Momo was like,
don't
go to
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Is not the time for you to go and visit Maui.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
like not to Jason Momoa. I'm saying tourists.
To the tourists.
Yeah, like don't.
And it's not just him. Other people have said it too. It's like this is not the time to go and visit.
Yeah.
Because like
honestly, as a tourist, I can see why you would want to. Because like I guess plane
stuff would be cheaper.
Everything, you know.
There was this one dude I saw who was doing who was being like a guest on these two kids podcast. He was like, they were like, so where do you travel to? And he was like, I travel wherever there's like disasters.
There's disasters, because they are called disaster tourists. I think that's the word for them. So what they do is like if there's a big disaster that happens or something,
they'll go there because it's cheaper.
Because
like plane tickets,
they're trying to build the economy
tourism,
up, right? Yeah.
No, they call that. They say bullshit like that, but
no, not the tourists are trying to build the economy up. I'm saying the government is trying to build the economy up, so like everything's cheaper in those countries. Like they're like, oh yeah, because some countries live off of tourism. So like if a disaster happens there, they need to get that tourism back. You know, so then everything becomes cheaper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then those disaster tourists will go there and they don't care about any of the fucking economy and shit like that. They're just like, oh, I got a cheaper trip. Do you think you will ever be a disaster tourist? Be honest. I don't think
so. Because I'm over here like, damn, I wish I could do something to help them. I'm like one of the last person who's gonna be like, oh, I got cheaper flight ticket.
But what if you could go there and help them?
That would be different. You know, like if you
and still enjoy a bit.
That would be kind of hard to do. I would feel like super guilty, and I'll be like, no.
I can see myself doing something like that. Like I don't agree with disaster tourists.
Yeah.
I'm saying I might not be better than all of the people. Like I feel like there might be a time if like I don't think I will, but I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I'm never gonna do that. You know, just because I can. Because sometimes like, damn, I can go there. You know, like Malaysian Airlines, kind of a disaster tourist in this aspect. When that accident happened, I took Malaysian Airlines because the tickets were cheap, right? And I wanted to have the cheapest tickets to go home. And like not a lot of people were using Malaysian Airlines because they were scared another one might crash or disappear, right?
Yeah.
I was like, if I die, I die.
See, that's different though.
But isn't that still kind of disaster?
No, because you didn't do that specifically because of that, you know?
I did though, because like tickets were much more cheaper because of that.
Yeah, but it's not like your actions weren't based on that.
Oh,
you get what I mean?
You're saying
it was a means for you to get to your goal. You get what I mean?
I would say it's like a 50-50 though, isn't it?
It's like if somebody, let's say somebody wanted to go to Hawaii,
Yeah.
right? But they waited until something bad happened and then they go, that's fucked up.
So
That's not what you did.
What if they're waiting until the tickets get cheaper in price, and then this happens, and now the tickets are cheaper, but they weren't waiting for a disaster.
Yeah.
So would that this is the other one I just forgot. Would that mean that they are disaster tourists or not?
No, because it's just a coincidence thing. But like if they are disaster tourists, they would go. But if they're not, they wouldn't go.
But now the tickets are cheaper.
Yeah, but like a normal person would be like, that's not the time to go now. You know?
But so if they go when the tickets get cheaper, even
say like they didn't know about it,
yeah,
and then they went,
I was gonna
that's
say
different.
That. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But this is I kind of want to play the video that I was talking about because I think it would be helpful. But it's this one.
Alright, let's.
Someone please debunk me. You can actually evict the Maui wildfire survivors? Like, tell me you're joking. Do not give up Maui. Do not let them take your land. I just saw this morning, just now on TikTok, they are just giving eviction notices to people whose houses didn't burn down. No fucking way. Like, I wasn't in the conspiracy camp where, like, space lasers caused the Hawaiian wildfires on purpose, but I sure as shit knew BlackRock, Vanguard, and other bankers weren't going to give up a fire sale, so, like, before I freak out and, like, start sharpening the guillotines, like, maybe this is just a one-off, right?
This Lahaina shit is insane. I have a friend who lost his home. He lost everything, but this isn't for him. This is somebody else by him. They didn't lose their home, but they're about to, because the mayor is evicting the entire fucking building. Some of the only people that still had homes.
Okay, so I think he said it wrong. It's not the mayor is evicting the building. I think the manager of the building is evicting the building.
No, keep watching because I think this.
They're 45 days. Pause to read.
I wish I didn't fucking pause to read. You mean to tell me that if the sus wildfire didn't make me homeless, the government is now going to, even though I had a home to go back to? And, like, does the excuse even make sense to anyone? It's like you have no press release on how you're going to rehabilitate the area, but you will hand me an eviction notice and tell me I have 45 days to get out, but, like, I'll get my deposit back. Just don't be late on rent. Like, you haven't even talked to FEMA on how you're going to rehouse everybody that is actually homeless.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it's possible. Like, just because the mayor says that, if all these people put a lawsuit against the Lahaina government, this is just going to get squashed. Like,
yeah.
Makes no sense. You get what I mean? But anyways.
We're supposed to believe you now?
These are the last people on this island in this little area that have a home still, and they're kicking them out of it. I hope this is the straw that brings the camels back.
Let me make sure I understand everything about this conversation.
Oh, see, Maui's not for sale. This is what I was saying. So, developers want to buy land where their homes once stood, right? They own some people are renting it out and stuff. I'm not going to watch this. It's a bit longer, right? I might as well watch it.
Overreacting. You mean to tell me that a sus wildfire wiped out all the homes of all the locals living in an area that's coincidentally the most valuable in all of Maui, and the insurance companies won't cover the majority of the damages, but also coincidentally, all the rich bankers and real estate developers are willing to buy the land for cheap. Like, they won't give you full price because the building's missing, but they'll give you more than what it's worth now. And like, this is all legal. Like, this shit's okay. Like if I just blow all my money on, like, guillotines and, like, Kevlar and rounds, like, is this, like, I don't know, like, hey, conservatives, here's your fucking time to shine.
No, so he's a bit wrong there, right? He's the wildfires weren't planned, by the way.
Yeah.
This is people take. Go ahead.
No, keep going.
No, go ahead. Do you think?
Salmon balloon dog. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, pretty cool design outside. Yeah. So the wildfires weren't started on purpose, right? It's just people taking advantage of it right now.
Yeah.
And also,
I haven't heard a lot of how it started.
I can tell you how it started.
Space laser.
Yes, according to conservative. How it started was the largest electric company in Hawaii. I can't remember the name, right? Hawaii Electric or something like
Why Edison?
that. Imagine. But they have really old electric lines running and stuff like that, right? And most of those electric lines have shrubbery grown over it and stuff like that. And people will constantly call them and be like, "Hey, this could be a hazard. Please come and clean it up, this and that." And all those uh, talks, like calls and stuff, would be gone unnoticed.
Yeah.
So on the day before the massive fire started, an arc flash happened and hit one of the trees, right? And it hit one of the poles, which was like surrounded by like trees, and that tree caught on fire, right? And that started slowly spreading. There's a video of that, and then another because it was raining and shit. Another lightning struck another pole, because all these are old poles and stuff like that, and it's covered by shrubberies around them.
Yeah.
Right? And it started the fire in another area, and because of how windy they were having like a tropical storm or something.
Yeah. See, now that you said the electrical thing, I saw another video. Let me see. I can't remember if it was on TikTok or somewhere else, but they were saying like it's not a full-on conspiracy, right? But they were saying like those stuff were kept on purpose like that. So the lightning and stuff, apparently they had the rods on top of the poles.
Yeah, they're supposed to ground the lightning.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. The shrubbery grown around it was carelessness. Yeah. But the thing is that electric company.
But they were saying they released like ions to.
No. That they don't need to release anything. Yeah. Like when storms happen, it's perfect conditions.
Yeah, because ions are in the air.
Yeah. So that electric company is gone to shit right now, and its ratings and like companies' portfolios and stuff like that, it's gone to tatters.
I bet.
It's not helping it at all. So it's just negligence from that company.
Yeah.
But anyways, end of the day, I really hope that this doesn't go through and developers don't get their fucking way. Because Hawaiians are built different. So like I feel like they will fight for what they are worth.
But it's just so fucked up that like after everything, like here's where you want to show your capitalism, really? I swear to God, like,
hey, 100% professional. That's all.
I can't believe.
Facts though.
Also,
facts though.
I noticed that when sometimes as a joke, I use the British accent, right? With you especially.
Yeah.
But how do you say the word C-A-N-T? And prostitute. Can't. Right?
Can't.
Back home, you say can't. Here, you say can't.
Yeah.
Right? So, I usually like flip-flop between both of them. Yeah. And I feel like...
What did you call me? I'm like, no, I didn't call you. No.
Yeah.
Because it does sound different when I say it,
So, at some point, like, it started off as a joke. When I would say, I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, I can't believe you've done this.
And I use it with kind of a British accent, right?
Because it's a video. The one where the boy gets like, I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Bro, it started off as a joke. It's not a joke anymore.
It's like that movie I told you about. Yeah. That girl was supposed to eat.
Bro, I was talking to Alison today about something, right? And she, first of all, I was training with, on her line, with the inspector over there. And then I told the inspector after lunch I'll be on the G lines because
Those are the gangster lines.
Yeah, I'll be watching over this one dude. And
watching over fucking CIA over here.
Watching over. Right. And so she came over there after lunch around like 12 something, and she was like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, I'm not covering. I'm like, working with him over here, making sure he knows what it's. And then he was like, "Oh, I just came to ask because I think Chris was asking where you were or something." And I was like,
I told Chris.
I thought, no, I didn't tell Chris. I told Chris Popovich, that dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I told the inspector, I was like, no, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, okay. And then I was like, do you need me? And then she's like, no, I don't need you. And then I was like,
I can't
fucked
believe
up.
you've done that.
right? As because she was like, no, I don't need you over there. So because I was just training, right?
Yeah.
So and then later I was going to the bathroom and I saw her. She was coming this way. I was going this way, and she did this with her hand, right? She was saying hi, but like she was doing this, and I was trying to do this, but I can't with my wrist. And then I was like, oh, I can't do that. She's like, oh yeah, oh, because you're broken. And I was like, you didn't have to say it like that. And then later I was telling somebody else, I was like, yeah, Alison was so mean to me. First she said she doesn't need me, and then she called me broken. And then I was telling her later that I was telling somebody else about her.
Oh my god.
And then she was like, I did not say I didn't need you. I was like, yeah, you did. I was like, oh yeah, I did say that. And then you called me broken.
And then you were like, I can't believe.
And then I was like, I can't believe you said. And I was like, oh, no. Why?
Who am I?
Why did it come out like that? And I said it, I can't believe you. And I was like, why the fuck did I say it that way? Because normally I would have said, I can't believe you'd say that. Right? And then I literally said, I can't believe you would say that. And I was like, why? Why? Bro, I can't say it normally. I can't believe.
It's the new norm. It's the new norm.
Alright. I'm like 100% professional.
100% professional. That he was such a good villain.
He was
such.
Bro, I'll show you the. That's why people were so mad at the director, because like Superstar Friends were, the director's name's Nelson, right?
Yeah.
Bang up job with this movie, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was like amazed, and all the other fandoms as well. They were like, "Oh yeah, you did really good." And then they were like, "So why didn't you do this for Vijay's movie?" Vijay had a movie called Beast.
Yeah,
right?
You said you liked it, huh?
It was pretty decent, but that was also the movie where he was flying a jet without wearing the oxygen mask and shit.
Fun times.
Like, listen, just because
Yo, Vijay. Hey, Vijay is built different. We saw that.
Yeah, but just because what was the fucker's name? Tom Cruise did that in Mission Impossible or something. Doesn't mean you can, right?
Yeah.
And even then, I think Tom Cruise had the mask on.
Also, Tom Cruise is short, so he's lower in altitude.
So I'm like, bro, why? Who do you think you are to fly a jet with him? Alright, it's fine. The villain in that movie was stupid, right? It was just this old dude who was like, oh, this mastermind criminal or something. They caught him, like this dude caught him, put him in jail, and then the corrupt people released him. So this guy flew a jet to go capture that dude, and he said, I'm not coming back without him. Right? Movie was okay. But the villain was at best, right? All the other stuff in the movie was better. So they were like, so why the fuck? It's the same director. So like, why did you do that here? And look at the villain there, look at the villain here.
No, but it also is like the actor has to play a part too. So probably the villain didn't do a good job as he had to.
No, like his character wasn't well.
You thought this villain was African. Let's be honest. You were like, bro, I thought it was Africa.
No, just because of his face and then face. Yeah, I was gonna say
face and a cream.
No, I was gonna say face and skin, and then like face. But yeah, the dude's face and everything. Until like half the movie, I was convinced he was African. But I was like, you know what? He's speaking the language a bit too fluently for him to be.
No, he was really good. He's Southern Indian, straight up Southern Indian. Like that's the look you get.
He's like Manasilayo, huh?
Manasilayo. Yeah, that was really good. Like, yeah. Okay, my topic.
Yeah, a take on texting a minor.
Yes.
Question mark.
Yes. So this is a Reddit story. I want to get your opinion. I caught 26 female caught my 34 male husband texting a minor. I'm on an 8-hour road trip with him and
wait, 26, 28.
26, 34.
Oh, 34.
I'm absolutely shaking right now. My husband and I have known each other for 3 years and have gotten married 6 months ago. He's perfect and everything I could have asked for. These past years, I thought I had been living the dream, but now everything has fallen apart. 2 hours into our road trip, my husband decides to take a stop at a gas station and get some snacks. I stay inside the car and wait for him until I noticed he got a notification on Instagram. This surprised me because he was always adamant on never getting Instagram. I opened up his phone and decided to check what it was. Upon opening it, I found messages with a teenage girl. I only saw a couple of them, but they consisted of "I love you, can't wait to see you again," and him sliding on her story saying she looks beautiful. I clicked on her profile and it was obvious she was a teenager, somewhere around 14 to 16 years old. The fact he was cheating on me didn't even register in my brain, and it was more of the fact that he was sexting these things to someone underage. I did not have the chance to look further because he came back within 10 minutes. I don't know what to do. I'm terrified, betrayed, and disgusted. Stuck with him for 6 more hours, and he's noticing I'm acting weird. I don't want to confront him on the road and feel like these hours are driving me crazy. And I feel like these hours are driving me crazy, the rest of the 6 hours. I need to vent and need some support or something. So what do you think of that?
That's fucked, bro.
Okay. So
Like, okay, first, I wouldn't leave the car without my phone, right? Because I usually use it to pay.
That's the only reason I feel like.
Yeah,
because
that-
I use.
And I wouldn't get notifications from Instagram because I don't get notifications.
We
because I
don't get
turn everything off.
But my phone always has notifications. I don't know how.
I turn mine off.
I turn mine off too.
Not enough, apparently.
Not enough, apparently.
Right?
Okay, continue.
So, next, like, just because you saw that he had a notification doesn't mean you should open the phone and look.
Something's wrong there.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
That being said, I don't mind my significant other.
No, I know. That's
Yeah.
the thing, right? Like, if you've set the boundary with each other, like, like, if I had a partner, I was going to say girlfriend, I don't know why I hesitated, right? But if I had a girlfriend and, like, we went, like, on a trip or something, and then, like, I get a notification or whatever, and I want to read it, I'll be like, hey, can you open it for me? Like, even you, I tell my passwords and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
we trust each other with them.
Yeah, not a big thing. So, if you're like that, fine, sure. But, like, if you, like, you don't have access to that, like, it's his Instagram. Like, and you wanted to check something that he got a text from and all. Like, all right, complicated, but that's a 50-50 thing there. Like, maybe she shouldn't have done that, maybe she should. Okay? And him texting the minor, that's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Like, 30 something? 34?
34, yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? 14, 16? Bro, that's like, what, 20 years?
I know. It's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there were two things that went on in my mind, right? And one of it was correct. So there's an update to this.
Okay.
I'll read you the update. First of all, I want to thank everyone for the support and advice they gave. Like I said in my previous post, I just fell asleep during the car ride and I told him I felt sick. We were heading to my parents' house and I really wanted to be by them. However, within 45 minutes, within 45 minutes.
Yeah.
45 minutes, my husband woke me up and told me he found a nearby hotel for us to stay in. He said he was worried about me and wanted me to rest in a real bed, and he had also bought medicine. So far, he seems like a real nice dude. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
At this point, I was freaking out because now I'm in an unfamiliar area and he was being extra clicky. Once we got in the room, I also feel like at this point she's feeling like that because of all the feelings that she has from that point.
Yeah.
So like she's not seeing clearly. You get what I mean? She has some clouded judgment going on. I feel like. But it also could be that he's being extra clicky and he's never like this.
Yeah.
Once we got in the room and we laid down, he kept cuddling me and giving me kisses. It made me really sick, and I left to go to the bathroom. I stayed in the bathroom for about an hour. I scrolled through everyone's comments and kept pacing myself about what to do. I knew my husband was growing concerned because he kept checking in on me. After I left the bathroom, he looked so worried and I just needed to let everything out. I know the number one advice given was not to confront him, and I know it probably was a horrible move, but I couldn't take it. I told him I found his messages on Instagram. He immediately started apologizing and saying he wanted to tell me sooner but couldn't find the time. He was apologizing, but not as intensely as what he could have done. So I confronted him about that and said, what a lousy apology coming from a pedophile, right? He immediately went silent. He was probably silent for about 6 minutes when he broke in and asked what I was referring to. I told him and he looked so hurt. He took a deep breath and explained everything. He said the person I looked through his messages with was his 15-year-old daughter, Sarah. He explained that she reached out to him a year ago on Facebook, and ever since then was trying to connect with her. He said within 6 months he confirmed he was a father, met up with her a bunch of times, and truly formed a strong connection with her. However, 6 months ago we got married, and he didn't want to stress me out with that news, as well as his daughter not being ready to face others. He also explained that when he was 18, he had an on and off relationship with Sarah's mom, when one day she just up and ghosted him forever. According to Sarah, her mom is also strict, which is why she messages on Instagram to avoid her mom from finding out right now. My mind was spiraling, and I knew he knew that. He then placed his phone into my hand and let me scroll further. Upon scrolling further, I found her referring to him as dad, and she sent him a happy Father's Day a while back as well. He even said he would do another DNA test to prove it to me. I immediately felt guilty. I feel guilty that my immediate mind took innocent texts and turned them inappropriate. I felt guilty that I saw my husband in that way. I kept apologizing to him about the accusations. However, my husband just apologized and said he understood my point of view and told me it wasn't my fault. Really nice guy still.
Yeah.
You know, I kept trying to tell him I was sorry, and he kept saying it was okay. I can see the look in his eyes though, and I can see how hurt he really is. He said we both should just get some sleep and talk more later. To be honest, I can't fall asleep as I feel disgusted with myself. About his whole secret daughter, it doesn't bother me so much because it's miles better than the alternative. True. But I understand the situation, and I'm happy for my husband because he wants kids desperately, but we had decided to wait 2 years to grow into our marriage. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel as if right now I flushed everything down the drain and I have no clue how to make things better. And then there are some edits, but it doesn't. It talks about the husband's privacy being invaded, like how she did it last time. And what do you think about that? That was a switch up, right? You were like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, you know what? When you said that,
I saw your face. You were
when you said the husband grew silent, like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, okay, shit. Plot twist coming right now.
Yeah, like, so
all you said from what she read was that I love you and can't wait to see you again.
Yeah, but the thing is, right?
She could have scrolled further, bro.
Yeah, fuck you were doing. Yeah, what? I love how mad you're at her now. You're like, you didn't even do a good job.
You made me look stupid on the podcast. I trusted you.
That's why I asked you, because I initially I was like, well, it could be a minor, but it also just could be like a father-daughter relationship, because I thought of that because, like, in America at least, there are a lot of people who have kids with other people and they're with different people now.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So I was like 70% minor each situation going on. The 30% I was like, I really hope it's just found family kind of situation. Because I love DNA tests and shit like that. You know that, right?
I didn't think about that because I was like...
Because you were reading what she was telling
what she said, and also the fact that it was on Instagram.
Reddit.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Instagram.
so it's not like a normal...
DMs, right?
It's not like a normal form of conversation between like a parent and a child.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, I was like, oh shit, that's what's going on.
Yeah. Because if you really think about it,
the beautiful thing, I was like, okay, so man's trying. And I was like, okay, and she...
But when you look at it from a dad's perspective, it makes perfect sense too.
Yeah.
Like, love you, can't wait to see you again. Beautiful, or like an encouraging father, But then, I feel so bad for the dude. Imagine he's just being such a... She could go through all those stories and see beautiful and shit like that, right? She was like, yeah, he's commented beautiful multiple times, but you didn't see the word dad once.
Yeah. And all you had to do was scroll up with that. He was in there for fucking 10 minutes. All you did was scroll in the middle of the road.
Honestly, 10 minutes is a long time.
Right.
Unless you're playing fucking Blockbuster. 60 minutes going past in no time. 60 seconds. 60 minutes. Imagine we're like, bro, I can't think of anything.
Jailer, bro.
Jailer. Castaway.
Adipurush. Castaway and flushed away. I swear to God.
Who hasn't watched Castaway? I don't know how he hasn't watched Castaway.
One of the clues was he said
Movies
Castaway.
that are set in an island. And I said Castaway.
And I
And
was
he
like,
said rats? Movies that have rats in it? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I didn't see
no,
this.
he said Castaway, Meet the Robinsons. And I was like, movies that have rats in them? And then I was trying to think where Meet the Robinsons had a kid had a rat. And then I was like, no, is it a mice? Stories with mice in it? No, stories with rats in it. He was like, no. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah, I said Meet the Robinsons. It's actually Swiss Family Robinson, the family of Swiss Robinsons.
So
or
he
something
fucked up.
that. I showed you the movie though.
Yeah, but you fucked
And
up.
that was a TV series as well. But Castaway was all you. Now I thought of Flashaway.
Because I thought that was the name. I don't know why, but that was in my head. And I was like, oh, rat.
That's so funny. But
I'm glad things turned out okay with that thing though. So I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hopefully the
But
marriage survives.
I feel like that would put like the fact that like it seems like he's a really good dude.
Yeah, like it really stand up.
So like she could have just asked him about the messages, like, hey, I thought you didn't want Instagram. I saw a notification. Like just be a bit oblivious even though you know what's going on. Because then he'll probably stop and be like, hey, I have something to tell you. I have a kid. And then none of that would have happened. The pedophile accusations, none of that.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Some people just, I've told people this before as well. You can assume, just don't make the assumption and jump with it.
Yeah.
You know, because like 9 times out of 10, I've realized people assuming and going through with that, your gut feeling isn't the greatest gut feeling. Like your gut isn't telling you the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, like
I feel like my gut feeling's pretty solid though.
Yours is better than average, definitely.
Yeah, because mine, like I've trained myself well enough to calm myself on emotions and my judgment, like my logic.
Yeah.
They're like equilibrium, but like logic has a higher percentage. Because like I used to fly up the handle a lot, right? Not full on rage, but like tempo.
I feel like though when it comes to family, I feel like your emotions are a bit more stronger than logic. I feel like you love your family a lot.
Yeah, but like, what do you mean my emotions are strong?
Like if something happened to your family and it seemed like it happened this way, you won't like.
Give me a solid example. Do you
like,
not this way, that way?
Say your family. No, I can't because I don't want to bring any. I don't want to say anything bad because that could just bring it to this world.
No, you can bring up existing stuff, which is fine. Because we've talked about existing shit before.
Yeah, but like
like bring up an example or something that we've talked about already, not something new that we drink shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying, like from an outside perspective, it seems like you really care about your family. So like I feel like your emotions and logics would be slightly skewed in the emotions favor, not a lot.
Not really.
Usually logic would.
I can't think of any situation where I've done that.
No, I'm not saying you have, but also your family hasn't ever been in situations like dire situations. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying it's like something dire happened to your family or something like that, you know. Then I feel like emotions would outweigh logic slightly. Because like you still be running on logic, but like
I feel like I would be panicked, but I would calm myself down really quick.
I'm saying like you would be calm and you would be trying to find a solution and stuff like that. But say it points towards one thing, but you don't have complete evidence it's that thing, you will go towards like try to solve that problem through that solution. And then later you find out it's something else and you're like, oh shit, I put all my energy into this without realizing it was that solution because I was emotional. You get what I mean?
Maybe.
I'm not saying it's like a super different. Like it would be super different, but like, I see that. I can see that happening is what I'm saying. But yeah. Anyways, that was a really interesting topic. Don't you think? Like that, like it's like, oh, you think he's, you know, attracting to minors and shit like that. Also, very weird take here.
Yeah. I really wish my thermostat was phone controlled.
You should just get a smartphone. That was one for $100 recently from Google Nest.
It was for $40 on Amazon.
Yeah, that's
the Amazon smart one.
Oh yeah, you should get that.
Yeah, but like now I'm like, summer's almost over. At this point, I'm not gonna use the heat, So I'll just
Maybe it might be cheaper than using a normal heater.
no, I don't think
You can test it out because you didn't get crazy bill for the AC this time either.
not for the AC, but when I used the heat last time, it was high.
Really, heat
Is higher.
heat does take more power than AC, definitely. Because my heat bills are higher than my AC bills, even though we're running the heater AC longer than the heater.
Yeah.
Did I just disappear and come back? That's crazy. So there's going to be a cat for a second there.
Yeah.
But is it out of like ethical values that underage things is a thing? You get what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like back in the day, I don't think that was an age. You get what I mean? Like in
I'm not a big
ancient
fan of the bank flavor.
The Star Blast flavor, right? That one's
Like I've
trash.
had it, but I don't know why it tastes a bit different today.
No, this one's not the best. We've agreed on this. The peach mango is fire.
No, because I've had this and I've taken it to work before.
Yeah, I know.
And it was fine.
I think maybe
It wasn't the best.
Yeah.
It was fine. Now it tastes a bit worse.
Probably because you've had better drinks between the two times. But what I'm saying is ancient India, ancient Russia, ancient Britain, right? I don't think they had an age limit for when shit will go down. You get what I mean? Ancient Japan. Like, even if you were 12, even if you were 10 or 20, if you were attracted to that person, it didn't matter. You can get married.
See, I think it is an ethical thing. I can't understand what you mean. Because like back in the days, like,
I'm not Freud, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like
it's because like before we had like a better understanding of things like this, right? It was more of like a almost like an evolutionary standpoint, but also like a like instincts, whatever, right? Like people marrying young and stuff like that, and like still happens in India and stuff, right?
They marry young and have a lot of kids, so
like
that they
kid
can
marriages still happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the groom would be like a 30, 40-year-old man, and the kid's like 11, 12.
The 30, 40-year-old man who has been at the birth of the fucking child.
Yeah.
Like, they were 20 or 30, 20 years old when the child was born, and they were helping the parents take care of the child.
Yeah.
Grow up, and they're like, oh, I want to take the half of marriage.
Yeah.
And you're like,
that's weird, right?
It's so weird, bro.
But those days, it was acceptable because everybody was like, oh yeah, that's fine, because it was all that mattered was that this person wanted this person, and the patriarchy was stronger, so usually it leaned more towards the guy, right? What the guy wanted. And
that was a honor killing recently. So weird. The dad was dragging, I think, this Punjabi daughter tied to the back of a bike and dragged her to the train tracks because she rejected a wedding or something like that. Isn't that crazy?
That's fucked up, bro.
Like, what the fuck? It was so weird.
It's like I said, sometimes down in the patriarchy, bro. Like, fuck this.
Forget the patriarchy. These traditions and cultures, like,
yeah,
not all cultures are great. Not all traditions are great. They're called traditions for a reason.
But
fucking break them.
But like.
That's mental, right?
Yeah, like
hearing that, like,
no, this is honestly for me in my mind, right? Yeah. At least it's the same with like, again, India, just splashing acid on the face of the girl.
When you
like
say no, like I can't have you, no one can have you. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
That and like, face. Oh, the fact that you said no to me, like, okay, first,
like, how dare you say no?
Yeah, like, right? Some snot-nosed kid on some shitty bike chasing around this girl at the park, and like, just because she says no, if you say you love the girl and then you turn around and say shit or do shit like that,
you don't love the girl.
You didn't love the girl at all.
You love the prettiness of that.
Yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck? I swear to God, sometimes guys are so dumb.
So dumb, bro.
Like, get a baseball. Fuck these guys up. Like, I don't know.
What was baseball in Chinese? Japanese? Chakyo?
No, I forgot the name, but yeah, I only learned it today. So
yeah,
yesterday.
Today. No, yesterday.
I don't remember, but because like even in America and shit, right? Like, you know, when you break up and then like immediately like people start name calling each other, like, oh, you slut and bitch and all this shit, and like, weren't you in a relationship? Like,
I think when it comes to that, there are certain places where that's applicable. If the other significant other have been just cheating on you like a serial cheater,
yeah,
I can see why you would want to do that, but I personally wouldn't. I don't want to, like, I don't like you if you do that, but I'm not gonna try to bring you down for everyone else as well.
yeah,
You know?
like,
But that's a bit better than fucking throwing acid at a person, though.
yeah,
You know? And that's just because he said no.
mhm.
You know, like, what the hell? Why? You can't take no for an answer. You have been spoiled that bad. Your mom's never said no to you, you know?
Yeah.
Honestly,
And it's always the kids who are like mommy's boy. You know?
100%. Because if I did that, my mom would splash acid on my face. I probably
Your mom would make kottu out of you.
No, I would be 6 foot down. I don't think
Yeah.
she give me the privilege of becoming a kottu. You know,
Yeah.
like, she's like, you don't deserve becoming
Yeah, you're like
something
mincemeat,
people
that's
enjoy.
all.
Yeah, like
It's, you know, in a Endiran Robo,
yeah,
where the scientist is like beating the shit out of Chitty and dismantling him.
yeah.
That would be our parents.
Basically, she's like, I bought you and I can take you out.
Literally.
They actually, I don't believe for a second that my mom would feel sympathy for me. Like if I did something fucked
Oh yeah,
up.
100%.
Yeah, I can see your mom feeling a bit bad though. I feel like she's got more empathy than mine.
No, if I did something fucked up, no, she.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like she would have.
Got you.
Like she would be sad, but
Yeah.
she would be
I
like,
can't
"This is the
believe
right thing."
I raised you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, it's so weird. Like that was this one video. Also, friends who record their friends doing fucked up shit.
You're not a friend.
No,
Like,
yeah,
bro.
no, you're not human either. You're just trash at that point.
Yeah,
Like, stop your friend doing that stupid shit. Like, if you are an actual person, an actual friend,
yeah.
show
like,
him
you
the right
don't
way.
Go and help them. Like I've seen like a group of guys like go beat up the girl because
Really?
that girl rejected the guy or one thing. Like, bro, okay, even if that he does that, right?
Yeah,
You should be stopping that instead of
Honestly.
you going kicking the girl as
or
well. Like,
redoing that shit,
bro, I swear to God, sometimes guys are like just stupid.
bro. That was once. This girl didn't say no. The parents said no to the guy, right? And he beat the girl, and their friends just videoing, right? He threw the girl on the floor, and then she tried to get up, and he kicked her head. He kicked it so hard, she started convulsing, right? And then he's trying to lift her up and be like, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" You did that, literally. And then she just stopped moving. She died, basically, right?
Wow.
And he just left her there,
Mm.
you know? And like, first of all, that friend could have stopped all that. He was there from the beginning, you know? Like, before he had even laid hands on her, you know?
Yeah.
She said sorry, like, I'm sorry, like, my parents said no. And then, why is the dude taking anger out on her? Also, good on the parents for saying no to the dude.
Yeah.
Just like, if this is how he reacts when they're not married, imagine behind like closed doors and shit.
Mhm.
You get what I mean? So fucking ridiculous, bro. It's like, what are you trying to prove?
Yeah.
You know?
Like it's the toxic masculinity at its worst.
Honestly.
You're like, how the fuck are you?
You're like,
that
oh, I
insecure?
can't beat anyone up but my girlfriend, so I'm gonna beat them up. Or I can't beat anyone up but this.
Bro, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I beat my girlfriend up or something. You know?
Honestly.
Like that wouldn't cross my mind.
Honestly,
You know?
sometimes I just hold the hand and I hurt them and I feel bad. I'm like, yo, my bad.
I'm sorry. I cut it off. No more
No,
hand
no,
to
no.
hurt you.
Whatever. Fucking Poppy's it. And then
Yeah.
fucking
And then-
sword.
Yeah.
Cut my other hand off.
Now
Yeah.
you have two swords.
Oh, bro, that's crazy. That was a sick move from Poppy's, but
Yeah, still got fucked up. But like,
stupid ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Two hands. Takes one hand. Takes it a sword. Okay, anyways. Yeah, cultures need to change. Patriarchy, toxic patriarchy. Patriarchy is toxic on its own.
honestly,
No, see,
let's
patriarchy.
just start over and see how it goes.
No, see, matriarchy, patriarchy. in itself aren't bad. It's just where people have taken patriarchy to,
Yeah.
Because there's matriarchy as well in like other
Cultures.
not there are
countries.
cultures as well,
Yeah,
countries,
yeah.
and like other primates and stuff like that. I can't remember the primates that do matriarchy really well. It's matriarchy and sex that rules that
Yeah.
thing, and they're one of the most peaceful species out there. They can get violent, but they don't.
Yeah.
No,
it's
and
like
even patriarchy can be like peaceful and like respect the females and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There are some countries, I can't really think of them off the top of my head, because toxic patriarchy is the most prevalent.
Yeah.
Even in countries like USA.
Yeah.
Much
especially in countries like USA.
Much less.
I feel like once it goes to first world countries,
much less violent, but still very toxic.
Mm.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like behind the shadows, the shit's happening.
Yeah, because like I feel like in USA, patriarchy hides behind power.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's why like the movies like Barbie and then like Taylor Swift songs and shit like that. Like, bro, like go off.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy for all that. But Barbie is the most successful Warner Bros. Movie.
Yeah, became what, highest grossing?
Highest grossing Warner Bros. Movie ever.
And apparently, Oppenheimer is the.
That's so funny. I don't know that one record for that, by the way.
What?
Most grossing film to never top the box office.
Right? Like, how crazy is that?
That's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah. Like, you're good. Not good enough, but good.
Good.
Like, you're the best at being good.
Yeah, you're the best at being second.
Yeah.
I read that article and I'm like, I don't know how to feel about it.
Right?
Okay, honestly though, Barbie was a good movie.
Yeah.
Barbie is a good movie.
I think Oppenheimer is a lot more of a think piece.
Yes. And overall, I liked Oppenheimer a bit more. Not because I don't like Barbie per se. Right?
It's my leg.
It's a bit chilly.
It's a bit chilly in it.
It's a bit chilly in it.
Yeah.
So
different button.
Yeah, no,
No.
the I am.
No.
Shut the fuck up. That is what is it?
It's from How I Met Your Mother.
Which bottom? I have watched How I Met Your Mother.
Robin says "Badam" so much.
Yeah, they had the fucking drinking game, and then they're like, fucking go.
And that's just like, oh shit,
bro. When I watched that episode, is when I realized I say like a lot. And once in a while, I catch myself and I stop doing it.
I try to stop myself saying like once in a while, because I will notice, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta use the, as in such.
Be more professional.
Yeah.
100% professional.
I try to like, okay, if I can't say like, how do I restructure the sentence?
Yeah, you have to think about it though.
Right?
Because it's so hard not to say that word. Because I feel like saying it every 3 words to have it as a filler word.
Yeah.
But you have to
also
reconstruct your whole sentence trying to do that.
Reconstructing in Duolingo, the restructuring thing, bro, I swear to God, sometimes it's so annoying.
Because you've written the whole thing and you're like, oh shit, there's a desk.
Yeah.
And I have to put in front.
Yeah, now, right? Because you're like, oh, Yasashi Hito desu. I'm like, oh, nice person. It's fuck me.
Yeah, I know.
I have to cancel everything. He's a nice person. Fucking let me drag it up there.
I literally told you during like fucking lunch, I think, right? I was like, I fucking wish I could just move it across. It's so annoying. It's annoying when you're doing lightning rounds and stuff like that. So lightning rounds in Duolingo is like when you have a timed session and you have to hit a certain number of questions.
Yeah.
To get a certain number of points. We should learn hiragana,
Kanji too.
Nice. Did you upgrade?
I upgraded that. But
so it's really funny, right? So Pubi, let me finish the story. So Pubi was like, yeah, I have the latest version, bro. I got 4, you got 3. I'm like, okay, cool. It's alright, whatever. We still have the same perks and stuff like that. And then we went to learn hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And then, hiragana and katakana for Pubi. And my one had kanji. I'm like, Pubi, we need to learn some kanji too. He's like, what do you mean kanji? And I'm like, I got a separate tab. And then he's like, oh yeah, bro, they just moved it to my katakana. I was like, no, bro, it's there in my katakana.
So I was like, I was trying to make sense of it. I was
Yeah,
like, oh.
I said, bro, you have an older version of this. You're like, no. And he was like, no, bro, I have 4.
Yeah.
And then he goes down.
And it was the 4 was there.
It was 4. He's like, see, I told you. He's like, go look at your version. Now he's all cocky and shit, right? And then I go to my version. I said 3 at the end. And it's like, see, bro, I told you. And then I look at it again and start laughing. I'm like, wait, read mine out. And he's like, 6.1 and 3.3. I told you, bro. I'm like, okay, now read yours out. It's 6.111.4. So he was like 2 versions behind me, trying to talk trash to me. And then I saw his face change. He's like,
I was like,
I'm
damn it.
fucking good this Duolingo upgraded.
Because the site I got it from, it wasn't.
Well, we had paid for.
Yeah.
We had paid for.
No, I paid for it, and then the site gave it.
Yeah,
to me.
site gave it.
I
to
paid
you,
the site.
obviously, yeah.
But I went to the site that I had that
Paid
from.
for, yeah.
So I went there directly, and then I got the latest version there.
Got you.
It's not the most up to date one.
Yeah.
I think it might be the version you have or slightly below.
As long as you have kanji, that's all matter. That's all that matters.
What version is it? The one that you have right now?
3.4, 3.3, I think. 4.3, 4.3. I'm pretty sure.
It should be 5.114 point.
Yeah, 114.3 or something like that.
Check, bro. You're already there, man. It's explaining. I'm like, bitch, you're so close.
I'm like, I don't want to click on all these buttons. That's okay. 5.114.3.
Okay. I have the better version, bro.
I fucking knew it. I knew you were waiting to say
It's 114.4.
That's why you're not telling, bro. It's just one more. I told you the exact version as well. I was like, Mama 4.43, bro. Because I know I had a 3 at the end. That's why I was like, Mama 4.3. You're like, no, bro.
Yeah, that's how I was like, either it's yours or like 1 below. And I was like, oh, it's 1 above. All right.
You're like,
But the difference between hiragana, katakana, and kanji is hiragana is the native Japanese one, and then katakana is
borrowed from English, right?
From other languages.
Yeah.
Kanji is Chinese origin that's adapted into Japanese.
That makes sense.
Because that's what I was thinking, like Sun and like Ichi and stuff like that look very familiar, because I think in Chinese it looks like that.
Yeah. Wait, so it's okay. Ichi ni san yong rok.
No. Go. It's 5.
Ichi ni san yong go rok.
Nana.
Hachi.
Uh,
Ko jo. Right?
Ju, I think.
Ju. Ko ju. Because we learned a different Japanese alphabet for some reason. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, jo. So, in karate, so maybe it was slightly varied. I'm not too sure. But, anyways, I think it's time to call it end for this podcast, right? Because I think we had a really interesting podcast. We didn't finish the final topic about fucking culture and stuff like that, but I just don't want to end it on a sour note. You know?
Yeah.
It's just too dark.
Yeah, the Japanese numbers, depending on which one you're counting on, it's different.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why
0 is Rei.
Rei, yeah. In Chinese, my name is Lashimi.
Yeah.
In Japanese, it's probably Lashimi too.
No, because I think they use R, so
Hiragana. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Rashimi. Because they don't have sh. Do they?
Rashimi.
No, do they have sh? Sushi. They should have sh. No, that's she though.
Yeah, I don't think
so
they have
Rashimi, yeah.
Yeah, Rashimi-san.
The first word we actually learned in hiragana was sushi.
Yeah. Yeah, because have you done the training thing?
No, what?
Like, you know, when you press the dumbbells, right?
Yeah.
And then you target practice. This one actually uses like images and shit.
Yeah. I haven't done that. Maybe you got new letters words on that.
I don't think so. But I did see music and anime and there was another one. I forgot. But there were 3 words that we didn't have on the thing yet that was over there. And I was like, oh, how is it there? And I don't know. Because we had both done up till that point. So,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So maybe.
hmm,
Anyways,
yeah,
let's call it a day for this podcast.
sure.
You know what to tell them to do.
Like and subscribe.
That's right. Give me a 5, bro. That's sick. That was powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit that bell icon, and also start listening in Spotify. This is a sad news.
Yes. Like we've got our
Listeners
have dropped. Like, come on.
heavily.
Shaima, pick up the pace.
I'm sad. Shama stopped listening to us. I
Yeah.
asked her, she
You
was
know what?
like,
I'm a coach.
No. Later though.
She won't pick up.
Fair.
Shaima.
Anyways, we miss you, Shaima. We miss our listeners. Do you think this is probably just business talks that we should be having? But do you think we should just put our audio only for Spotify?
Probably.
Interesting.
Because I feel like video in Spotify isn't as like a lot of people don't use Spotify for videos.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
like
even if it's podcast,
they can listen to the audio without looking at the video.
yeah, but it's like if they want to see the video, go to this thing. But like
interesting. But we'll be revamping a lot, right?
yeah,
And
because we clean up the space.
we did a massive overhaul. We did like 70%, I would say.
Yeah.
I did like 30%, but not in this space. I actually that space I probably did like 60%, 40%.
I feel like you did 80.
No, I won't.
70.
70.
Sure.
70, yeah.
70.
Here you did 70-30. I did 70-30 there.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. But we're doing a massive revamp. It feels good. I feel the energy is good too because like we don't have everything around. You know, we don't have to
You
worry.
just gotta get rid of more shit.
Yeah, we will get the angle set up much better because
Yeah.
this is a bit too close. I feel like. What do you think? Right?
Too close?
Like
I feel like it's too far.
The
Fuckers all the way over there.
No, the faces. Like
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
camera. We can make the things closer. But then you see what I mean about having space for this. So we will be having a lot of business
I feel like we
discussions.
can do it on that table.
Keep it here, right? Yeah, we can do it.
You know?
Yeah, but we had to move it here. But we can do it. I think that's a good idea.
I
Too.
feel like we should do it there because of the lighting.
But I like this table.
No, we can put the table there. I'm saying we can do it on that table, is what I said.
But no, we can't sit on side to side.
Yeah. So
You know what I mean?
that's
I
the thing.
feel like we can put the stuff on that table.
We could, but
Like
the
the laptop
angles
being
wouldn't
the
be
stuff.
the same.
No, the angles would be fine. I think if we talk about this out of the podcast,
Yeah, sure.
they don't need to know all of our shit. You all will be
I was
getting.
thinking, right? We should, if we do edit shit out, right? We should make like blooper reels for like each one and put it up. That'll be pretty funny.
And also, we're gonna get more involved together while editing these stuff.
Aww.
Yeah, we're touching each other right now. Mad sentence, boss.
Touching. Oh my god.
Alright, anyways, you guys have a good day.
Bro,
What?
I just remembered from the
Bro, Jeff Dunham.
am I touching each other?
You like that? Bro,
Am I-
Jeff Dunham, by the
am I
way, really
harassing
good.
you?
Yeah, really good.
Sexually.
Hina was so good. Even actually. Also, you should notice, being a ventriloquist. I always call it ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
Yeah, I call it ventriloquist first, and then I'm like, no, it's ventriloquist. You're a good ventriloquist if it doesn't matter if your mouth moves. If you can make it seem that the puppet's actually talking and no one's looking at your mouth,
Yeah.
that's when you're a good ventriloquist. You know,
For me, the act of throwing your voice, impressive. By itself, impressive.
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't matter whether you mouth moving and all that.
I really wanted to be a ventriloquist when I was younger because I read this Goosebump book. Do you know the Goosebump book I'm talking about?
the little dummy,
the
bro.
little motherfucker.
Night of the Living Dummy.
Yes, Nightmare of the Living Dummy. I was like,
Oh, Night of the Living Dummy. It's not. Yeah.
you were right. You're right. And they actually made a Goosebump movie about that motherfucker.
Was it by himself? I thought he was.
No,
in
he
the-
was the main antagonist.
Oh yeah, he was the main. Yeah.
I would try to like talk without
He
moving
came
my
back
mouth.
later too.
Yeah,
In
second
a
one.
different book.
Yeah, he did. He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
He's genuinely an asshole. Goosebumps, best. That's how I got into horror, by the way. I loved Goosebumps.
I like Goosebumps. But I think one of my favorite ones.
We need to do a Goosebump reading session. That would be sick. Okay, it is.
One of my favorite ones was it was this one where this kid, he managed to find this recipe for flying. So it was like a slime or something like that you have to make, and when you eat it,
yeah,
and then you can fly.
But
So
the downside was what?
There was no downside.
Okay.
Right? This kid was like being bullied by this one fucker at school and all that. And that dude's always like one-upping this dude and all that. So he's like, you know what, fine, I don't need this. And then in his garage, I forgot how he found it, but he found the recipe. And he was like, he started flying and all that. And then later the bully found out.
And he started flying too, right?
Yeah, he broke into the garage or something, and then he found the recipe.
Yeah,
and he
bro,
was
I
like,
read this book. And then what happens? I can't remember.
And then at the end, like, I think they made like a televised thing or whatever where that dude and they're like gonna have a race,
competition, right? Yeah,
like who can fly faster. And then this dude was like, "Oh no, I lost my flying." And then so that the bully got all the attention. Yeah. But actually, he didn't lose it. He just didn't want to be part of that anymore.
I remember that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite ones.
But it wasn't a scary book. It was just like
it was a feel-good book.
Yeah.
Actually,
he was like, but I like.
Yeah. Because at the end, he revealed that he can still fly.
Yeah. It was like he didn't want to be in the limelight, and he knew if the bully was in the limelight, he won't get bullied as much. And shit,
yeah, because then the bully's like going to different places and like doing interviews and shit like that. That one, and then there was another one where the girl, there's this girl who's like, I think our house next door is haunted, right? So because it seems like they've been there forever, right? But the house next to them, it seems like there's people, but every time she sees, there's like nobody there.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody comes in, nobody goes out. And then one day, she's biking and she's wearing like bright neon joggers or whatever, right? Biking. This kid almost crashes into her. And she's like, how did you miss me? Like, did you not see? And then he's like, I don't know. I just didn't see you. And then he's like, and she keeps having this dream of a fire. And she's like, and she saw the neighbor, the kid. Turns out it's a neighbor. She's like, oh, so I don't know why I'm having this. And then later she figures out she's supposed to save the kid. And she's like, oh, I can stop this. I can stop them from dying. And she's like, okay, cool. And then she does it. And she manages to save him and everything. But turns out she's the ghost.
Yeah.
She died in that fire or something like that. Like, she died long time ago. But she and her family are in that house so that she can save that kid.
That's crazy.
So after she saves that kid is when she disappears.
Wow.
And I was like, bro, that's such a mindfuck, but it was so well written.
R.F. Stein is a really good author.
Yeah, and honestly, those were like my favorite because it had like a really nice ending.
I like the more scary stuff. I think like that was this one where Earth-eating aliens came.
I didn't read that one.
There were like two.
My friend my friend back home. His name is Buddy Lim. The dude who married the Muslim girl. Yeah, he had a book, and it was about this clown doll, and every night the clown comes to life or something. It was like a Night of the Killer Clown or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like the clown's always gonna so close to killing him or something. I forgot how it ends, but the picture on it was like terrifying, right? As a kid, and that was semi decent. But after a while, if you keep reading Goosebumps, you'll notice the story pretty much always goes the same way. It has the same thing. Somehow the ending will be fucked up, where it doesn't actually end properly.
Yeah, that's why I like the Man-Eating Aliens thingy, because like it had 2 or 3 books. It was like a trilogy, a sequel at least, and it ended properly. Yeah, like the aliens had taken over humans and shit like that.
Yeah. And
you couldn't figure out who was human, who was alien, and yeah, I can't remember it completely, but it was really good. Anyways.
Oh, I think there was one. I don't know if it's a Mr. Mystery, but have you heard of Mr. Mystery books? No. It's like Mr. Midnight. Or, what was it called? Goosebumps.
Yes.
Mr. Midnight? I don't know. But there was one. I think it was something called like that. But it looked like a Goosebumps spin-off,
Okay.
but a different thing. But it consisted of like a group. So this group is always the same one who are dealing with shit like this, and it was pretty decent. But one book, I can't remember it was Goosebumps or that, but they went fishing, and they found like the ugliest fucking fish, and they're like, okay. So the person was like, you know what? I want to try to make soup. So they melted the fish down or something like that, like the bones and everything, and they drank it.
They started tripping balls.
They got possessed or like haunted by the.
Fish?
Apparently, that fish was like the prince of the fish king or something like that. And they were like, if you don't do what I tell you, you will die, or you will die the same way my son died, or some shit like that. It was fucked up.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, I need to read that book.
Alright.
That being said,
Time to finish it.
we'll finish it.
Alright.
You guys,
Cheers, mate.
it's been a good podcast. We'll be back in like 4 episodes. You won't realize we'll be back in 4 episodes.
Yeah, because you don't watch it. Fucking go watch.
And
Fucking listen.
the other episodes will be before this. This
Yeah.
will be the last episode.
And buy
of
our
the
merch.
podcast.
Which is not there yet, but it will be there soon.
It will definitely be there.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
It will definitely be there.
Yeah.
We would have a lot going on.
Hmm.
We would become busy, but I think we'll be able to have it. That being said, it's been good talking to you guys. It's been good being with my co-host Pubi,
Yeah.
and we'll see you next time when we see you in the
Yeah,
Revamp
that's right.
podcast. That's
Right.
right. See you
Bye.
guys. Bye bye.